We only cracked our first $1 million year in 2023, I think it was.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wow. And then what's it at now, roughly?
So last year we cracked 3 mil, and that was the target. And this year we're on track to do 6. So we've doubled every single year since
Holy
inception.
shit!
Each sock is connected with an Australian charity, and we donate 10% back to the charity that we represent. So yeah, it's a social enterprise model.
What are like the top 3 bestsellers from the sock side of things?
We did a sock that has like just like cartoonized boobs on it. Like one of them has like a vasectomy, and it's with we'd fund breast cancer research from
cool.
it. We've been able to raise like 100K for cancer research.
From a simple charitable idea to a multi-million-dollar sock empire, Andres realized that business didn't need to just be about profits. He could build something that brings real change. In 2018, he saw that the most requested item at homeless shelters were socks. So he acted, building Sydney Sock Project with one goal: to bring quality, comfort, and dignity to those who face hardship. Through premium materials and eye-catching designs, he creates the perfect socks which match quality with social good. Together with charities across Australia, he and his team have donated almost $1 million to charity before he's even turned 30. Today, we explore how his passion became purpose, how design met compassion, and how a pair of everyday socks became a tool of hope.
If there was one cheat code you can think of to go back to that 2018 or even back to that 10 years ago, back to Andreas 10 years ago, and you were to sit down and have a chat with him, how would you, or what would you share with him to help him get to where you are today in way less than half the time?
Dude, I'll be honest, and this might not be...
Welcome back to another episode of 0.01. Today we have an extraordinary top 0.01%er with us, Andres Herrero from the Sydney Sock Project. So let's get straight into it. Andres, we are very similar in age.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me today. You are a Sydney-based entrepreneur, a very interesting entrepreneur. I actually came across you on TikTok, and I love that our businesses are actually not similar in the sense of the same niche, but similar in size, similar in growth trajectory, similar in everything. So we're going to have a very interesting episode today because I feel like we will understand each other's businesses quite well, especially the struggles, challenges, and also wins. You just recently bought a new car.
Yeah.
The Beast, who's sitting outside in the car park right now, which is great. Congratulations on a beautiful, beautiful spec G63. You got a big G Daddy G-Wagon.
Yeah,
so
bro.
I love
It's
that,
an
bro.
upgrade and a half. Yeah.
Bro, and you're 29. So 29 with a G Daddy, it's great.
G Daddy.
I love
You're
it.
the first one that said that.
So I love it. I love it. Well, in China, they call it the Big G, right? So
Really?
Yeah, that's
The
what
Big
it's called.
G.
Yeah, Da G or Big G.
Love that.
So you're a big G, bro. That's good. I love
Daddy
it.
G.
But yes, for those people who don't know you and your business, give me a bit of a backstory because today I want to dive deep. I want to go into kind of your childhood, your upbringing, and go through like how the business has grown as well. It's a pre-COVID business that really scaled hard during COVID. I want to dive into the nitty-gritty. I mentioned to you earlier, we could probably talk a lot more technical in this episode. So for those e-com founders out there, e-commerce guys, you have some like exclusive strategies and methods that you use for your business to grow and scale that you want to share. And so I really want to dive into that. But before we get to all of that, for people who don't know who you are, because you've only recently started on this personal branding journey and all of that, right?
Yeah.
Who are you?
So I'm the founder of Sydney Sock Project.
Yep.
That's the brand that I created back in 2018, purely out of a hobby. Long story short, we sell funky socks. Each sock is connected with an Australian charity, and we donate 10% back to the charity that we represent. So yeah, it's a social enterprise model. Super simple, socks, big warehouse in Kirrawee. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And so far to date, how much have you donated?
We've donated $600,000 to date. Majority of that being in the past 18 months, I would say, since that's kind of the big uptick.
Wow.
Yeah.
So business has really scaled quite significantly in the last 2 years or so.
Yeah, 100%. We only cracked our first $1 million year in 2023, I think it was.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow. And then what's it at now, roughly?
So last year we cracked 3 mil, and that was the target, and this year we're on track to do 6. So we've doubled every single year since inception.
Holy shit. Wow.
Then the first year we did like 40 grand.
$4,000 in the first year?
40. You were just selling at Bondi markets.
Oh, crazy.
And I thought that was massive, right? I thought that was like, damn, that's a lot of cash.
What a good side hustle.
Yeah.
And now you're on track to do 6, which is incredible.
Yeah.
So with yeah, I mean, I want to dive into the business side a little bit later, but what I like to really focus on is kind of like the psychology behind it, because not everyone can sit here hey, I'm 29 with a $6 million business, right? Valuation would come in probably a little bit higher than that as well. So, you know, you've done very well. Definitely cracked into that top percentile for business here in Australia. Australia is a very difficult country to do business in, I would say.
I agree.
Compared to a lot of other countries.
Our shipping sucks.
Our shipping sucks. Our taxes literally fuck us. So it is a challenge.
And when you donate 10% back to charity, that's another.
There you go.
You've got to figure out where to make up the rest of the profits.
100%. And I think that's such a beautiful thing that you do, is donating to charity as well. It probably won't apply to every business, but for, you know, your business and your model, it definitely works. But prior to that, were you born here? How did you get started in this journey?
Yeah, my parents are migrants. They both came from Venezuela in South America.
Wow.
So it's all Spanish at home. They came with I think they told me 10 grand in their pocket. So they started off in commission housing here in Australia, in Sydney. But my upbringing was awesome. Like, there was no complaints. You know, there was obviously a scarcity of cash growing up. My family had these friends that lived in Palm Beach, and every Easter would go and visit them in Palm Beach. And even as a kid, I remember just being like, holy shit, people can live in these insane houses. That's where the itch started. I was like, oh my God, I would love to be able to acquire this. I ended up getting a job at 13 years old, illegally, right? Because it was 14
9 months. Yeah.
I got a job at 13 at the local fish market, just selling fish for $10 an hour.
Yeah. That's a lot more than what I was making at 14 9 Bro, my first job at 14 9 months on the dot was $6 an hour.
Oh, bro, what
at the fruit shop. I got ripped.
Oh, my, yeah. But you got to do it. You got to do it.
You have to do what you got to do.
I would get home from work and work 8 hours and be get $80. And I would go on realestate.com and look up how much a house in Palm Beach would cost and divide it by the amount of hours I would need to work, and just get so disappointed being I need to work for another 42 years without no breaks and just
no breaks, no tax, save everything, no food.
I never learned about business until later on. It was just I just didn't know it existed. I thought you would make your money by working a shit ton of hours back then. But
were your parents in business or?
No. My mum is Lebanese. My dad's side is Spanish. They were both born and raised in Venezuela. A lot of migration went there. My mum's side of the family are very entrepreneurial. My grandma ran businesses in Caracas in Venezuela, and so there's always been that element to it. My mum's always been a hustler more than my dad. My dad's been very corporate his whole life, kind of climbed up the corporate ladder. Type, So mum's mum was there since day one, just at Bondi Markets with me every single Sunday, just loving it, not asking for any money, just for the thrill of it.
Oh, wow. That's the best. Family is the best because, it's free labor. So, how can we complain?
Yeah. So but there was never a business, minded family where I grew up. No.
Well, you mentioned that with your business, it started off as a passion project or passion. What was that like? Were you passion in the sense of the artwork or the socks, or what were you kind of into?
So I've always wanted to start a business, and in my second year of uni, I went to India and I did this program called 40K. I'm not so sure if you heard of it.
Never heard of it.
It's this company that sends students to India to work on social initiatives to improve the communities over there. So I was I'm keen as. So I went to India, and then I met the guy that started 40K, and this guy literally charged a student $3,000 to go on this program, but we'll still have to go out and pay for flights and everything. And we went to India, and it was awesome. We got to help out these communities. We built these projects that could, potentially save some communities, wastewater treatment systems, or provide businesses for some of the women there. And I was but this guy on the side's making so much money off this. And that's when I first heard about this whole social enterprise concept, whereas it's a for-profit business that gave back to communities. And I remember just thinking then, I think I was 18. I was oh man, if I ever started a business, it would be a social model. So when I started the socks, I read somewhere that the most requested items in homeless shelters were socks. And I started doing a bit of research, and there wasn't actually a company in Australia that had this kind of sock brand mission statement,
give back.
Yeah, there just wasn't. There was a couple, but no one doing it to this level of maybe Bombers in the US or some other big brands. And that's when the idea sparked. I was no, okay, that's it. I literally went on AliExpress that day, bought like 500 pairs of socks on AliExpress.
No way, just
They're
like
not
that.
even my design. Not
Oh,
even my
shit.
design.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just literally rip off socks from like
Yeah.
other brands. Like different sizes. Oh, it was just like it was awful. But yeah, I brought in 500 pairs of socks
Yeah.
and like just signed up to Bondi markets.
Yeah.
And like made all these signs at Officeworks and says like buy a pair of socks, we'll donate a pair of socks.
Yeah.
And just stuck up these signs and just laid out all the socks on this table at Bondi markets.
Yeah.
And people were just collecting them. They were like,
No way.
like they were lollies.
This is
Yeah,
insane.
yeah.
How long do you reckon it took for you to sell that first batch of 500?
A few weekends at Bondi markets, plus
Yep.
like, we did this close to Christmas, and I remember going to Mum. I'd be like, Mum, message everyone in your contact list that like
Sell it to
I'm
all the
selling
aunties.
socks. So like,
Sell the aunties and uncles.
people would be coming. I'll be driving to people's houses that showed interest and like selling socks to them during
Yeah.
Christmas, and like just in that first kind of period, it was a lot of hustling. Like just, and I started doing like Kirribilli markets on Saturday, so we're like
Yeah.
back-to-back markets on weekends. During the week was like messaging group chats.
Yeah.
Who wants socks? People were pretty annoyed with me at the end of it, and they weren't even my designs. That's the funniest part.
Yeah.
Like, I have got no design background or like a real creative sense in me, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of and I just got such a kick out of doing it.
That's awesome. So you love the business aspect of it, eh?
Yeah, 100%. So it was a combination of like, love the social enterprise model, but
Yep.
I just love the business side of it. And to have a successful social enterprise, I feel like you have to be a really good business operator.
100%, of
You
course.
can't be the other way
Because
around.
you're already automatically losing 10% margin just
Yeah.
like that, right? And if
Yeah.
you're losing 10% margin, you've got to make it up elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it comes to like demand planning and like ordering stock and operations and employees, you just have to be as lean as possible to make that work.
Yeah, right.
I'm working on real thin margins.
Yeah.
One bad move, I'm in negative
yeah,
territory.
yeah, that's
and I'm
right.
still donating because we sign contracts
Yeah.
that state that we have to commit to say $50,000 per year to these charities.
Yeah.
We have
There
to
you
make
go.
the donation.
There you go. So, guys, it's not bullshit. I think a lot of people out there are always scared, like, are these businesses actually donating? But based off what you said, it's all legit. It has to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what was it like then? You started the business, when was that?
2018.
2018, you started the business. First year, you did 40 grand, which is probably like, how many pairs of socks is that?
It was I was still in uni. I was
Yeah.
in my last year of environmental engineering.
Wow.
So I was doing my thesis.
Which uni did you go to?
Wollongong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
UWS, down
yeah,
there. From the
I didn't
Gong.
get into UNSW, bro.
Nice, from the
Wasn't
Gong.
smart enough for that. Or Sydney.
Oh, God.
No, yeah. Went to the Gong.
Yeah.
Was doing my thesis in my last year, and I had a bit of spare time just because, like, I'm just very organized with like tasks. So
Yeah.
I kind of just knocked the thesis out early
Yeah.
and had a bit of spare time on my hands. I was like, oh, like now's a good chance to like just start hustling. Hence the socks, and yeah.
Fair enough. And did you get onto the e-commerce model in 2018? Or
No,
was it
no
after?
way, dude. That was like, nah. I was drop shipping at the time.
Oh,
That's not,
yeah?
yeah. I was, 2017, 18 was like,
Yeah, bro, that was the
Everyone
drop
was
shipping
dropshipping.
gold era, but
Yeah, I
people were
know.
getting the 20 ROAS back then.
and you
it
could
was
get like
crushing
minus $10 CPAs on metal.
Yeah. Like, how does that even work, bro? They're paying you for,
Yeah,
you know.
it was a golden era, but I just wasn't like focused on it. So I was,
Fair enough.
Like my intention then was like be a good engineer, start an engineering firm. That was my mind. I was like, cool. Like I've done 5 years at this uni, this engineering degree. I may as well do something in engineering.
Yeah, right.
So the socks was a hobby. It was purely that. It was never designed to be a full-time thing.
That's crazy.
Never.
And just look at it now. It's more
Nuts,
beyond
bro.
full time, bro.
No,
Now you're
it's-
hiring full
Yeah,
timers. How crazy is that?
It's whack.
Yeah. So when was the transition then from a physical aspect onto the e-commerce platform for you? Was it during COVID?
Yeah, it was like when they sent out that email that Bondi Markets was closed.
You're like, fuck, there goes my
only
money.
source
What
of
do I do?
revenue.
Yeah.
My only source of revenue had ended, and I was like at home, still living with my parents,
Yeah.
taking up 80% of my mum and dad's pantries at home with socks.
Oh my God.
I felt bad, man. Like
Yeah.
honestly,
The whole house is just stacked,
It's
yeah?
stacked, and the spare bedroom had socks in it, and I was still living there. I was
Yeah.
like, well, I'm going to get the free rent, run the business.
Of course. Why wouldn't you? If your parents are supportive
Yeah.
like that, why wouldn't you take advantage of it?
And then that kind of made the pivot. I was like, I need to take these online.
Yeah.
We started designing our own socks. By designing our own socks, I was downloading PNGs from Google Images, and I've told you, bro, I'm not a designer. I've got now we have a designer. We don't
Yeah,
do
now
that
you have
anymore.
now you have an actual
don't do that
designer.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just YouTube, just like day and night YouTube.
way.
There was this bloke called Verum Ecom. I don't know if you
Okay,
followed him.
okay,
I'm
yeah.
sure he's still out there. He
Yeah.
just had he was like the Ecom YouTube guru with ads and like build
Yeah.
it was like the classic, just like duplicate ad sets over
Yeah.
and over again
Yeah.
and just hope for the best. You know, it's like no. It was like,
And is that what you did?
yeah, I was doing that at the start, and it worked.
And it worked, right?
It worked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it worked to an extent.
Yeah.
But in those early days, everything surprised me.
Yeah,
If we did
of
$100
course.
in revenue a day, I was like,
holy
oh my
fuck.
God, we sold $100 a sock.
Online.
Yeah,
Online.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
invisible. Like it's.
And I was always comparing it to the shit jobs I had that paid me like $20 an hour.
Yeah, you're always the mindset that we have is like, I made $100 online. That could have been me working 5 hours in the trenches out there.
I had no like corporate experience.
Yeah.
I did get a job in engineering, but I quit after like 4 months.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I was over it.
Wow.
I did an internship there for 3 months. They offered me a full-time position.
Yeah.
I took it and
sacked it
straight
afterwards.
away I was like, I set the date I was going to quit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Powerful
Yeah.
stuff.
I was like, I may as well make some legitimate money.
Yeah, why not?
I was
A little
getting
bit.
55K a year though. In that time, that was legitimate to me.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah. And
no
it's
way.
still, hey,
That was like $1,000
no
a
judgment.
week.
Yeah, exactly,
I
no
was like,
judgment, bro. It is what it is.
I could buy like lunch.
buy lunch, put some in ads.
Yeah.
Put $200 in ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So you went online and you started building out the business. When did you actually start to see like real traction? So when would this have been? 2020-ish?
Yeah, it's like start of 2020 when COVID hit.
Yeah.
That year was just very experimental.
That was a crazy
like building out the website and like
Yeah.
organizing like.
How did the
socks.
website look? Because you don't have a design
Awful, bro.
background.
Nah,
Yeah.
it was bad. And I was watching other YouTube videos of other people like building out websites, but there was no effort in like the PDP. There was no effort
Yeah.
in like the checkout experience. It was purely just like get the socks online. And I was taking photos of the socks on my phone in my bed, and like
We all start somewhere.
figuring out how to like remove the background, which
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
time was awful.
Oh,
Now
so
with Canva,
sorry.
you
Now
can
it's everything.
click.
You got Canva, one click, remove
Yeah.
it. Photoshop, one click,
Dude, it was
remove everything.
like the product photos are so bad. Like looking back at them, I can show you a photo.
Oh, please,
And
send them through.
Our first ad was just a product photo.
Yeah. That
As
was
an
it.
ad.
Did it work?
It crushed. I can probably get the data. It had like minus like less than $10 CPAs.
What the fuck? Yeah. Imagine trying that now. Do you still try those nowadays? Maybe you should.
We like through carousels, but like just that.
Yeah.
We're similar. We still have kind of some concepts that are very
Similar
simple.
to the- yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
And yeah, we launched a bee. We put a bee on a sock. As I say, it was a PNG from Google.
Like a bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
put it on
yeah,
a sock
yeah.
and like we ran it as an ad, and we were like we tied it in with Save the Bees Australia, which is a charity, a
Yep.
non-for-profit. And that was the first time I saw the what ads can do.
Wow.
I think we did like $800 in a day just going from nothing. And I was like, no way, dude. Like what
Yeah.
I would do in a week, we did in a day. And it was
Crazy.
back to back, and it was Saturday and Sunday too.
Yeah, wow.
So that was the first element of like, okay, shit, like this stuff works. It was the first time I put money through Meta.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was going through your head when you put money through Meta? Because I think it's a huge shift in mindset for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Going from like, I earn money when I go to work to now going, wait, what the fuck? I need to spend money to try to make some money.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? Because you had that little bit of a corporate experience, not a lot.
Yeah.
But then Meta's asking you, hey, your minimum budget or your recommended budget is $100 a day. You're like, what?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I was following these YouTubers like they were God. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like what they would do, I would kind of do.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
what they would preach, I would do. It took me a while to really detach from the fact that I'm spending money through Meta.
Yeah.
I kind of look at it now as credit because we spend up to 10 grand a day now on Meta.
Yeah.
And like, if I think about that, how maybe I could spend 10 grand personally, it's
Bro,
just
it's
very different.
so
You
different.
can't have that train of thought when you put money through ads. So you got to literally look like one goes in, three comes out. That's
Yeah.
kind of how I see it.
Yeah.
$1 goes in, $3 comes out.
And that's smart, right? Because if you start getting caught up in the mindset that I'm spending 10 grand a day on ads, you go, fuck, I can buy a Rolex every 2 days.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, and
Oh,
then you're just
imagine
so
what after a
sad, bro.
month-
You
yeah,
just,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
burning so much money, but then you do have to switch it. Like
I agree.
I think business is such a psychological shift.
Yeah.
People don't realize this, but you know, when you go into business, there's a lot of big money in because I'm sure you'll get your bills, your Amex bills every month like I do, right? And you'll get your Australia Post bills every month like I do.
Yeah.
And it's like when you open those up, those are big numbers,
Yeah.
you know, for most people. You know, you could have a 6-figure month just on your credit card or, you know, on your OSPO statements as well. So people don't expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you can't treat the money through the company like it's your
It's
money.
your money, yeah.
It isn't.
You never own it.
It isn't.
You never own it. So
Until
like
it hits your personal bank account or you're
It's-
buying
it's-
assets through the company.
correct, it's not yours.
It's
it's not
irrelevant.
It's always hard because then your partner, your friends or whatever, they're like, fuck, aren't you doing so well? Your girlfriend's
Right.
like, babe, you're making so much money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you're like, I actually make nothing. The
Yeah.
business makes the money.
Exactly.
I own the business, but I can't touch the business money. So
Exactly.
it's very hard. Sometimes you still feel so broke.
I agree. And I mean, I feel like reflecting on it, I'm just so lucky to be a solo founder.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when people start businesses, they just want their friends in it. They want everyone in
agree.
it. And they're just like, oh, like, start this with me just because maybe I'm scared to start something on my own.
Yeah.
But start it on your own because, like, when you get to this level, you're in control of 100% of your assets. And if you want to go out and buy a fucking
Car.
stupid expense, like a G-Wagon.
A box on wheels, yeah.
Stupid, mate.
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
Yeah.
it's not smart. You don't really have to go out and, like, someone else has to buy one as well.
You got to approve it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
right.
it's not buying one, you're buying two.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I get you. So I go through that as well. Like, I fully
Yeah.
understand that because we're a double, like a duo founder, or co-founders.
Yeah.
So I can understand that perspective too. So every time we make money, it's actually only half.
Yeah, exactly.
know,
And you pay a dividend out to you. It's got to go to the other person.
Yeah, so
legally,
same,
and,
you know, and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's quite difficult sometimes when you think of it from that perspective, and that's why the solo founder game is also quite interesting. Actually, you know what? I think this would be quite an interesting topic for a lot of listeners out there. Right? Is the solo founder versus co-founding? You started off with a co-founder, right?
Yeah.
And then you eventually bought him out.
Yeah.
What was that process like for you? Were you also thinking the same mindset, or would it be better to do it with a friend, or what was that mindset going into the business?
Absolutely at the start. Hence
Yeah.
why I'm like reflecting on it, thinking like, you know, when I started, I wanted to do it with someone because I didn't think I had the skills to start a business. I just didn't have the confidence. I started it with a friend, but at that time it was just a Bondi Market store. We never had gone online at that point. Maybe just. Ooh, yeah, the company wasn't making any money. But it was just a matter of like, he was in the corporate world, so was I. I decided to quit. He was going really well in that you know field. He wanted to stay there. I was like, sweet, like I'll take the punt and I'm gonna.
How did that work? Did you guys like put money together to start that business?
Yeah,
or, you did?
I think we put several thousand each just to buy the stock, all the gazebos and stuff, just for the markets and whatnot, and then
you ended up just paying him.
we worked out what stock we had on hand, the cash in the business, whatever, like the Square device. We just added everything up and went, all right, there's that much. There's an element of goodwill, and there's like, you know.
Oh, that's smart. At least you guys actually did like a proper process for that.
Yeah,
Usually
yeah.
you just
Oh no, we still hang out. We train together,
which is
and
awesome.
whatnot. Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. He must be so happy for you. Or he's just regretting it for himself. One of the two.
Who knows?
One of the two.
On the surface, it looks good, but they don't know what actually goes on emotionally.
Fuck, bro, I should have just stayed, man. But that's cool, man. So, I mean, going into it in the future, if you were to start, future ventures and stuff, would you take on another co-founder in the future?
I think now would.
Okay, interesting.
But because I've built this company on my own that can serve the
purpose of that solo founder journey.
Yeah, and I can live my life the way I want through this one company I own. So like any future ventures will be like through because of a hobby maybe.
So it's like two big dogs coming together.
Yeah, exactly right. Like I would love to just go into business with someone else that's an absolute gun at something, and then like bring our worlds together and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Purely just to experiment with it.
100%.
Because now I've kind of I've scratched the itch of building a company and getting to a point where I'm comfortable and I can live independently. I don't have to live with mum and dad anymore or like stock my socks in their shelves. But
That's
so yeah,
good.
we'll see. I don't know. It takes up a lot of my time now.
There's always potential out there. You never know, right? Like at the end of the day, it's always about how do you find the best people, the best talent. And I think what you'll probably have this experience as well is when you're out there building your business, it's about bringing the right talent into your business, right? How many, off the topic of that, how many staff members do you have on your team?
You're going to get shocked. I'm the only full-time employee.
Yeah, wow.
I have 2 other employees that are warehouse assistants, and they're both casuals.
Wow.
And then I contract out a lot of other work. So content creation, I contract out. Design work, I contract out. So yeah, purely like my theory is just like I'm going to pay for the work that is required, nothing more.
Not for the dead time.
Exactly. Yeah, and I feel like if you bring in full timers, but then again, I'm quite conservative in that sense because I feel like that is also limiting my growth.
Interesting. It's always really hard, right? I think we were just mentioning before, it's like we're still figuring it out. We both said the same thing pretty much at the same time. We're both just still figuring it out in our businesses as well. Like you with how you're growing your warehouse and your team and all that sort of stuff, you're just figuring it out. Same thing with me. I'm still figuring out how to navigate certain things, and I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
Nah,
just lessons.
It's a spectrum, right? People get it right, people get it wrong, and there's just this in between phase where I'm in right now, going like, what do I do? What's my next hire looking like? And I talk to so many businesses. I'm like, what do they do? Like, how many hours do they actually work?
Yeah.
What would that look like if I brought them into my brand?
Correct.
and I just backtrack and go, oh no, but I can do it myself.
And
then I end up working 7 days a week.
Exactly.
10
And
hours a day.
that's the
I'm like,
mindset that we have, right? And I'm in
Yeah.
the same position now. I do 100-hour weeks pretty easily. It's like
Yeah.
no tomorrow, right? We're just fucking always on our phone,
Yeah.
always on the computer. But I literally, just before you got into the studio today, I was interviewing for a operational manager for myself to kind of like show them the ropes. And in my head, it's just a fantasy, the idea of if I can duplicate myself and I work half the hours I do now, but then I get double the output, what does that look like? You know, is it worth it?
I have that illusion of duplicating myself as well all the time.
So hard.
If I had
bro.
like a twin.
Bro, you'd be on 10 million.
Yeah,
You'd be on
exactly.
10 with 2 G-Wagons.
I know with this. Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I mean?
literally.
You can have a G-Wagon and a Lambo. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah.
But yeah, it's always a fantasy of trying to figure out, like, you know, what's going to work for the business and what's not. And you'll never know. You'll never know.
Yeah.
You'll never know. The hard part is obviously staff salaries and stuff in Australia is incredibly high.
Yeah. And I'm generous with my salaries as
Yeah.
well. Like we pay above the award and, you know,
It's quite hard.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still relatively hard compared to, you know, every other country out there. It is quite difficult. So
How many staff do you have?
I have, similar to you, only me and CC, we're like the only full-timers.
Yeah.
We have a part-time content creator. We have warehouse, and we're starting to bring in some new ones, but they're on like 1 day a week. So
Yeah,
1 or 2 day a
okay.
week. So
Yeah.
kind of like
Contracting or
Yeah,
you casual-
contracting,
Okay,
contracting,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm a fan of contracting.
me too.
You can pull it out. You can pull
Whenever
it.
you,
You know,
yeah. Contracting definitely is very, very beneficial for the business, I'd say. I think it's very helpful. So for a lot of business owners out there, they see these big companies, they have so many different staff. And I was saying to you earlier, I'm not a fan of single skill staff, you know, because I'm like, if you're being hired for a full-time role, for example, you have one singular skill, to make up the rest of the skills, I need to hire 3 or 4 more people.
Yeah.
You know, you want the hybrid person, you want the person that can cover multiple
I
aspects.
agree.
You know,
I agree.
very difficult now, I think, nowadays, as a small business owner, especially in Australia, if you don't put in the 80 hours a week yourself, bro, it is so hard to actually grow and build something.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Yeah.
It takes weekends. It takes Sundays.
Yeah, 100%.
Especially now, Black Friday's around the corner. Like,
Oh, bro,
I'm
be
scared.
Crazy.
I'm worried.
why are you worried? Inventory management or?
Yeah, we've just placed like our largest PO ever.
Yeah.
And I was just like working out the cubic feet or meters in our
For the
warehouse. and
container,
it just
yeah.
won't fit.
Oh, for the warehouse?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
We're looking at the storage.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring in casuals during the period to pick a pack and
Yeah.
whatnot. It's just a nerve-wracking period, I think, for any founder.
Yeah,
But
I know,
it's,
that's
it's
true.
very it's worth it. I feel like when you get to the end of it and you finish it, you're like, holy shit, like, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That was fun, but I'm wrecked.
Yeah, 100%.
Early
So,
mornings.
actually, that's a good question. What's it like for you when you hire these casuals just randomly for pickpacking or whatever? How do you deal with when they make mistakes and, you know, like there's all sorts of pickpacking errors and they've got to learn the system really quick and get into it? How do you deal with that?
Thankfully, there haven't been like major mistakes where it's like detrimental to
Yeah.
massive margins and whatnot. But
like, what sort of mistakes would they make? Like,
Oh,
they'll
packing
miss a
them-
saw.
Yeah, exactly right.
Or they'll miss
We're-
a design.
We're a big fan of like just keeping every customer happy. So when a customer complains about anything or they have received the
ship
wrong
it out.
order, we just instant resend express.
Yeah.
And just like apologize
Just cop it on the
and just
chin.
say, look, consider us for the future. We're going to send this out, even though now you're going to have 2 packages.
Yeah.
My staff, they want to do good. Like they're not there
course.
to fuck around.
Yeah.
They like their job. They do it right. And we're always going to make mistakes, especially when you're packing
Oh,
over
bro.
1,000 orders a day.
Exactly.
There's going to be the ones that slip, or like we use ShipStation. Sometimes there's going to be a glitch there and something goes out.
But the glitches in the
Yeah.
software is what kills you. You've packed
Yeah.
like so many orders. We just had one recently.
Yeah.
And it just does our head in. You've got to
Yeah, yeah.
rewind everything, get in touch with Ostpost, mix and
Yeah.
match. A lot of founders don't know this. You know, I love it when we have other founders on the show who are transparent, who are open, because so many people have this dream and fantasy. They watch TikTok. There's all these kids out there, 21-year-olds driving Lambos in Dubai, and you know they're doing fucking 100K days and shit like that. Everyone has that fantasy of building a
Yeah.
business, right? But it's hard, man. There's a
Yeah.
lot of shit that you don't expect will pop up in your business, and I'm sure you've gone through heaps of those as well. Like even just dealing with order mistakes. No guru out there is telling you, hey, this is how you should deal with these order mistakes. They tell you, find a product, find a niche,
Yeah.
find some ads, fucking scale the ads, and then Bob's your uncle, you're making $1
The
million bucks a
surface
month.
level ecom view from
it's
the
so-
public
yeah.
looks amazing.
I know.
And
And,
then
it's
you-
so
you
easy.
run it
It's so
and,
easy
yeah.
on the outside.
No one tells you what it's like when you've had like 4 days of like really bad MER and like you're
Yeah.
just in the red or like for a week straight, or your product comes in and it's faulty.
Oh, bro, how fucking
then-
stressful is that?
Yeah, there's just so much stuff that can. Yeah, I was just telling you then,
Yeah.
right? Like with
Yeah.
the caps,
Yeah.
I've sold 1,000 caps on pre-order, and the manufacturer's like, we can only send you 700.
That's fucked.
I'm just scratching my head. They haven't replied waiting for me after.
We'll see the reply in about an hour's time.
I'm genuinely tempted to like fly to China this
Yeah.
weekend and pick him up. Like that might be the solution. That might
Wow.
cost me less than actually refunding.
Reshipping it,
refunding
and
10
the
grand worth
customers
of
too.
orders, yeah.
Correct. So you just got to think on your toes.
Yeah,
man.
just
You gotta think on
5
your
massive
toes.
suitcases to China. See how that looks when I get through
That
customs.
works. I mean, it'll definitely work. It'll
Just
definitely
bring my
work.
brother with me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It'll definitely work. Free holiday.
Stop
hey,
for
bro.
hot pot,
Hey, bro,
pick
free,
up the hats.
Have a tea.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. So, I mean, like a lot of success for you. Definitely a massive year. To double from 3 to 6 is pretty crazy. And even prior to that, to go from 1 to 3 is also a very big
Yeah.
jump. I think you learn a lot during the way. But what would you say were the big differences? Like, what changed for you to go from that, first year, 2023, to get that million, then to go to 2024, 25, you're getting that 3.
Yeah.
And then now on track to 6 and 25. Yeah, pretty much right. 135, 136. What switched between 1 and 3, and what switched between 3 and 6?
I think there's major infrastructure changes that have to happen between those levels.
Okay.
Like we hit our first $1 million year running out of a double garage
Yep.
in Gomi Bay, and I rented the place to run the business. That could only get us to $1 million. So like to go from there to where I wanted to go from 1 to 3, it required an infrastructure upgrade, which meant warehousing and team.
Yeah, so you
And
moved
that's
into
daunting.
your first warehouse. there.
Yeah, and that can
Scary,
be, and that
bro.
was daunting for me because I'd
It
never
is.
done that shit. I knew no one in the commercial property game, but
Yeah,
luckily,
yeah.
like,
How scary was it when you got your first ever commercial contract?
yeah,
And it's like, hey, this is a 5+5 or a 3+3
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah,
it
yeah.
is. This is your bond. It's like 20 grand bond.
it's a lot. I know. Yeah, it was nerve wracking. It was just like lucky for me. I knew other businesses had just either just moved in or have
Yeah.
a warehouse. I could call them and like they were like, "Oh, you got to get insurance." I hadn't had insurance for this whole time. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
what?" And then
Yeah.
the insurance bill was like $6 grand. I'm like, "Far out!" Like, and I'm paying the bond, which was like 25 grand,
Exactly.
and I haven't even got the keys yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a massive infrastructure change that is required. Like, unless you're 3PLing, like I think
Yeah.
that's what's necessary. And I think just on the mental side of things, like there was a huge shift in how I treated meta spend. It
interesting.
went from me spending, for example, $1,000 a day, which I was quite scared of. It was like, fuck, that's a lot of money. How do I pull that back? How do
Yeah.
I spend 800? Oh, how do I spend 700? It's just a
Yeah.
lot of money. To now, it's like, how do I put as much fucking money through this ad account?
Keep it profitable.
Yeah. So like, every day I'm looking at the ad account. I'm like, why isn't it spending more? How can we push more? And this
Yeah.
is, we can talk about SIBs later.
Yeah.
But that's just been a huge unlock for us.
Interesting.
That was a mental shift.
Yeah.
And that definitely opened up like the confidence to push harder. And everything in turn happens. Because like I redline my business through meta ads. It gets us the revenue, that's we get bigger revenue.
Yeah.
And then I figure out all the problems. Oh shit, we
Interesting.
ran out of stock. Pre-order it and tell the Chinese to put another PO of
Straight
5,000
away. Yeah.
pairs in.
Express it.
Yeah, get another staff member to come and help with the pick pack. So like
Yeah.
I push through meta hard until it works. I'm like, okay, I've proven that we can do this, and I figure out the
rest of it, the
everything
logistics
later.
of it
And
afterwards.
sometimes that can be a nightmare, and it is, but
it
it's the cheapest way to do it
100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
rather than bringing in the staff to then prove that.
I agree. I think we have a very similar mindset in that as well. Like it's you're gonna you try to push your business to a point where you break the business and then you try to fix it afterwards, rather than trying to fix it in advance and then try to fill it up. I think we have a very similar mindset in that sense when it comes down to building it. It is difficult. You don't know what to forecast, especially when your business is growing so much. You don't even know how much PO to set, right? Because you're like going from 1 to 3 mil for people who are at home who aren't doing the maths right now. $1 million business, about 20 grand a week, which is about 3.5 grand a day, roughly. Yeah, about there. About three grand a day. And then once you get to 3 million, you're now getting close to $8,000 a day.
Yeah, about that, right?
About right. Yeah, about there, about 8,000-9,000 a
Yeah.
day. And then once you're at 6 million, you're doing close to 20 grand a day. No, 15 grand a day.
Yeah.
Roughly.
It's-
Right?
it's
Yeah, you're doing
wild.
about $15,000-$16,000 a day. So it's a big jump. It's a huge jump. And it correlates a lot to your advertising spend as well, which is also a big jump.
Exactly right.
Which means that the scale of risk gets bigger too, because for every red day, you're not losing just $1,000 now. You're now losing 15 G's a day.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes your question is, you look at your bank account and you go, how many days can I survive?
How
if I
good's an
fuck
Amex
up?
for that though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to worry about it until they send you the bill.
until they send you the bill and go, hey, $160,000 is due on the June.
I've got a month for that.
Yeah,
I better make good business between now and then.
And then if you're not, you're fucked. But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how it works. But how good are the Amex points that come with it, right?
Oh,
So
unreal.
that's all your flights for the weekend covered if you're going to China.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot to actually think about when it comes down to business. You know, that infrastructure change for you from 1 to 3 is obviously very important because that's open up your scale of your, not even just that, but your inventory storage, how well you pick pack, the accuracy, all of that increases with that. And now you got space to do content, you got space for office, and the staff actually feel like it's a business now.
Yeah.
Well, between 3 to 6, what was that like? That's another year, literally. This year. That's this year.
Yeah. I think it's on the tip of everyone's tongue at the moment. It's all content.
Yeah.
For us to really move the dial on meta ads, especially if you're selling to a market that's widely Australian and New Zealand based. Mm-hmm. When you are spending $3,000 to $5,000 plus a day on meta ads, it does become content based. So like our content output has quadrupled versus when we did 3 million.
Wow.
We're producing 30 to 40 pieces of content a week.
Wow.
And testing every single ad. Every single ad gets their time to test.
Yeah.
We find the winners, we isolate the winners, and we scale the shit out of them. And that's just like the game now.
How many creatives would you load into your meta system every week?
Probably about that, 30 to 40.
New creatives.
Yeah.
And are they all targeting the same demographic, different demographics? How do you set up all
I opened everything up. I don't have
really?
any targeting base anymore. Yeah, I believe in Meta's AI infrastructure so much now that like Advantage Plus, all the way open.
Wow.
Figure it out, Meta.
Wow. And you just pump the money behind it.
That's but we've spent like close to $3 million through our ad account. So it's like, I think the Pixel is so smart now. It just knows who and when to target.
Wow.
So we find that when we have a promotion that's quite like, it might be targeting more like the existing customer base. I don't need to tell Ziggo to exist, and it does it naturally. Wow. And you look at the segment breakdown, it's like it did that exactly how I would have done it if I was to build out a middle of funnel, bottom of funnel structure.
Oh, so it's quite advanced now, which is good. What about if you were to start again? This is, I don't know, you might need to rack your head on this one. If you were to start again from square 1, 0, right? Do you think you would trust the Advantage Plus as much as you trust it right now?
If I had no idea about Meta, no way. Because that's, nah. I mean, it makes sense to have these kind of like exclusions and detailed interest targeting. It makes so much sense, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm selling a pair of socks to someone that has an elephant on it,
it
makes sense for me to build out a campaign that has an interest-based targeting elephants or Borneo or Africa
and
or
zoos and
safaris
animals,
or people that have just visited a zoo, as you said. But I don't need to do that anymore. I feel like the AI technology that Meta's built
is great.
Is so sophisticated that it knows it better than we do.
Yeah, right. And then you mentioned this thing called SIBS. What's SIBS?
So SIBS stands for Capped Inflated Budget Strategy.
Okay.
Have you got a Meta rep?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So like, my Meta rep this like last year in November, just before Black Friday, she's like, I want you to trial this thing called SIBS.
You should send me her number.
Oh yeah, I got a new one now, but no, this is Ju-On. Ju-On's a legend. They're all legends.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she broke it down. I'll break it down in a sec. And it was just pre Black Friday. I'm like, Ju-On, I'm not going to be doing this.
That's like a fucking
week
new strategy.
before my Black Friday sale. And she's like, fair enough. Let's revisit it in January. And that's January this year.
Yeah.
What a SIBS is that you create a campaign and you set the daily budget to $1 million.
Okay.
And so you're kind of tricking the Meta infrastructure technology to
max the fuck out of it.
Yeah, and you kind of fuck with the pacing of it. Because if you set $1,000 daily budget, it will kind of spend that pretty consistently throughout the day or like maybe peak times and whatnot. But when you set it at $1 million, you're telling the machine to try to spend $1 million a day.
Yeah.
And what you do, you create 2 restrictions so it doesn't spend $1 million a day. Because imagine the Amex bill then.
Bro, you'd be fucked.
You'd be a lot of points. Probably
a lot of points, and then you check your ROI at 0.1. Oh fuck.
So there's two kind of limits we place on it so it doesn't spend insane amount of money. The first one is putting a campaign budget limit.
Okay.
So if you're starting it out, I would set it at $5,000, $10,000, depends how kind of bullish you are. And the second limit and the second kind of stop point is by setting a target cost per acquisition result.
Okay.
So what we were recommended by Meta is like take your 7-day average, and for us that was about $24.
Yep. For your cost per acquisition.
And subtract 10% of that and set that as your target CPA
So 22.
on the campaign. So you got this campaign that's set for $1 million a day budget. You're setting 2 restrictions by giving it a pretty conservative target CPA and a campaign budget. So if the campaign spends $5,000, it'll stop running.
Yeah.
And she's like, just load in your past 90 days best content. I was like, done. All right. It was honestly just like change of the structure. Just build out a campaign, do this, done. Press play, fucking went crazy.
No way. How was that?
We started, yeah.
How was that result?
It was nuts. It was like the first time we experienced just like business as usual $30,000, $40,000 days.
Wow.
BAU, just like regular. The
Holy
ads
shit.
that we had run before,
Same ads.
same country.
Yeah.
The only difference was the pacing
Of the
through this
structure.
SIBS, yeah.
Fuck me dead.
So then I'm
So
looking
what were you used to before the 30 or 40K consistent days? What was it before that? Like what were you
we'll probably
averaging?
spend like $2K a day.
And then you're averaging what, like 8K?
Yeah, 6 to 8K, depending
day.
if we had an EDM going out or
Yeah.
an SMS.
Yeah.
And then this kind of bumped up that daily ad spend from 2K to like 6 to 8K. Some days we were spending 14K.
But you were pulling back 30. Yeah, wow.
Yeah. Some days we would be, this is the thing, like sometimes you'll break even, but you break even at 60K revenue, or you'll break even at 40K, but like you move stock and you can really dial it back. So it's just the most outrageous.
That's crazy. But then at that stage,
Addictive.
if you're moving that sort of volume as well, your cogs come down too, which gives you it starts to open up margin.
The emails and customers that you're acquiring, it's just wild.
Wow.
So yeah, we started doing this, and I went straight on, like created a loom on how to set this up and send it to these other brands that, you know, I've got like this community of brands that I chat to all the time. And I was like, guys, try this. And everyone's like, fuck that, bro. Like no one's like game enough to do it. I'm like, trust me. And some of the guys did it and just went poof. And like all these other brands, I got a friend's brand, like she's doing like 7-figure months now off the back of like implementing this strategy.
Crazy.
In the US.
Wow.
So like, if you do have like market cap in the US and you're keen to try this and you're already seeing some success there, like this could be game changing.
Wow.
Because it's limiting, right? Like incremental reach for us in Australia is now getting trickier.
Yeah.
Like we reach about 3 million Australians every month.
Yeah.
And I think there's only 6 million active users on Meta
That's
in
right.
Australia.
And like the total population is
how many of
28.
them are shopping? Like,
Correct,
you know?
correct. So you're like hitting them every day. That's pretty insane, bro. What a very interesting way. I mean, like logically and theoretically, it sounds okay. And I'll probably send off the message literally after this podcast about, okay, next week we're going to test this campaign out, see how we go, put balls to the wall and see how we go.
Dude, you can either, keen to hear how it goes for you. But you got to be like, I think this is when it all comes back to like we were talking about agencies managing your ad account. Yeah. Like if an agency is managing your ad account, your SIBs might take off at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And start spending $3,000 an hour between 9, 10 and 11 p.m. Yeah. Spending $3,000 an hour for 3 hours, you kind of need to be in the ad account. So what I'll do, I'll generate a spreadsheet where I'll, every half hour, like I would export my revenue and export my all-time, my hourly ad spend from Facebook and just measure the ROAS straight up. If I spent 2K between 10 and 11, but we brought in 6K, we're good, we're green. I'll just have like a dial that says like green or red or yellow. Wow. And I'll just be doing it every hour until it started going red, and I'll pull it back. Wow. So it's almost like you're driving the freaking ad account.
You're fucking anal with that shit, bro. And I love that.
So the beauty of this is like when you run a sale, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous how much money you can get through the ad account when you run a good, profitable sale. Yeah. Because obviously you run a sale, you got all this extra content. The content's converting probably 60% cost per acquisition as your BAU stuff. You're setting this target CPA pretty conservatively, but it's just hitting that result. It's wild. It's wild. It's just why I'm telling you, like, it's scary when you run these things during sales because you're like your Amex is just getting charged 10 grand.
Yeah, bro. You see it. Like I remember there's periods like during our birthday sale because we run the birthday sale on our like. It's not as competitive as Black Friday, for example, because we're on our own. We're running sales during our time. So it's like, you look at the Amex and it's like every couple of hours, Amex has charged you $3,500. Yeah. Because the Facebook limit's like, what, 1.25 in it.
Yeah, I got mine at 17K though. You can ask them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because if not, it's just
Yeah, because every time it's like Facebook has charged you
item on zero.
$12.50, charge you $12.50, charge you $12.50, charge you $12. Oh, fuck, bro! Just
every half hour.
Relax, bro. I'm getting notifications. I don't want to see that shit when I'm out on dinner. I don't want to see my fucking Amex pulling out $3,000 every fucking hour, bro.
You spent $3,000 at dinner just by having that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, look, I can only afford $100 a dinner today because my Amex is swiping out $15,000. Just, you know. Yeah. So it's crazy, man.
I know guys, and I won't say their brand name. Yeah. But they run SIBs without a campaign budget restriction.
No way.
They said that they spent $90K in a day once
Holy
their SIB spent
fuck.
90K, and it typically finds one ad.
Yeah, wow.
Imagine like that.
And you forget to turn it off. And you wake up next
man.
morning, you're like,
That's balls though. But these guys have like
ballsy.
a 8-figure brand.
Oh,
So
there we
like,
go.
The ball's got them somewhere.
that's true. But
Yeah.
that's still very, very fucking
Yeah.
ballsy.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't. I just feel
yeah.
like my emotional state couldn't handle that.
Bro, you just fucking mental hospital straight after that, bro. It's fucked.
Can't run my SIBs when I'm in a deathbed, bro.
yeah. Can't run your Sims when you're in a fucking straight jacket. Fuck
yeah.
that. Guys,
Yeah,
turn it
yeah.
off.
Turn it off. Just run it forever.
Someone turn it off, please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It just keeps
Literally.
running.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. So with that being said, like that SIB side of things, right? That just automatically straight away picks it up.
Yeah.
Now, there's no such thing as, learning, scaling, like the traditional way that everyone's thinking about.
It removes.
That whole entire scaling process.
It's also just like, because we release like a new design every week. Every single week we have a promotional event that we market through EDMs and through Meta.
Yep.
So for us to have like the traditional advertising flow of like, I'm sure it can still be done, but Sibs has allowed us to like test to an Advantage Plus, let's say $1,000 a day.
Yeah.
Put 20 creative on a particular design or a new product or a promo. And as soon as you pick up on a winner, which is pretty easy to do if you've set the budget at $1,000, usually takes an hour or two. You send those to Sibs, and Sibs will just run with it.
Fuck. For
And
that winner.
potentially spend $1,000 an hour on it, or
Wow.
$3,000 an hour. So you kind of minimize this testing phase. Yeah, you just minimize the phase between like testing and scaling,
Wow.
and it can be within hours, same day.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you have this all structured somewhere? Do you have like a way that you, I don't know, are you going to share this with the public, or are you going to kind of like,
I guess I have now, haven't I?
you have
but
shared
like,
it a little bit. Like,
I
do you have
mean-
like an actual setup structure or anything like that?
No,
that you've
no,
created,
because
document or anything
it
like
constantly
that?
changes.
Right.
So now we have this thing called Super Sibs, because like,
Okay, so then we got ultra sibs, and then we got
yeah. Won't disclose. No, so Super Sibs essentially is like with this new a Facebook ad structure, like you have ad sets within Advantage Plus.
Yep.
And you kind of break up. You have like one Super Sibs on a campaign level, and the ad sets are broken up in like categories.
Okay.
And each ad set has their target cost per acquisition based off the category and like
wow.
the CPA. You know, if I'm
So it's
selling
just
caps,
like a more refined SIB structure, right?
exactly right. And
Interesting.
it's like driving a manual versus automatic
Yeah.
in the campaign, right? So you
Yeah.
kind of have a bit more control over like certain elements. Where like in a regular Sibs, I'll launch all my creative that might have a different AOV associated with this versus that. If I'm promoting a bundle versus an individual sock,
Yeah, wow.
but it's all in the same pot and it's all going wild together.
Wow.
So you have some that might convert in it. Really, and the thing with Sibs is that you can't touch it.
Oh, you can't touch
You
it?
can't turn ads off.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, like that's what was recommended by Meta.
Yeah.
And I trusted it, and I've kind of trusted it so much now that like I'm really kind of turning things off now.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
let the algorithm pick up where it thinks it should.
Oh, interesting.
It's something I'm dabbling with. I wouldn't recommend everyone to do it, but like
Of course.
I'm just less in the ad account, like turning off something that just spent maybe just over. I'm like, yeah, if it spent just over, just leave it. Let the ad kind of pick up. Let the
Yeah.
ad spend pick up potentially something else now.
Interesting.
Because
Interesting.
yeah, I have heard from the grapevine, well, from Meta, that that turning off an ad does affect the learning, which I didn't think it did, but
Interesting.
it might.
Wow. Okay. Well, there
Yeah.
you go. So wow, it's so interesting. It gets a little bit more technical.
It's very technical.
Yeah, which is cool. I like that. I think the technical side is pretty cool. I definitely need to pick your brains a little bit more about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
so
see.
like we only run Advantage Plus
Yeah.
and Sibs.
That's it.
We have probably 5 Advantage Plus campaigns
Yep.
and 3 Sibs campaigns. And all the Advantage Plus campaigns serve as testing campaigns.
Yep.
As soon as I have a new batch of creative, which is usually every 4 or 5 days, we
Yep.
put it into the worst performing Advantage Plus over the last 4 days.
Oh.
So you're always kind of just like loading in creative to like the worst performing campaign. And just like
yeah.
testing and then like testing.
And then inside the worst performing campaign, you check if the creatives are working.
Yeah, usually I
it
turn
works.
off some stuff that's overspending
Yep.
and I launch in the new ads
Yep.
that kind of get the spend.
What do you look for to determine whether or not the creative is working for you?
It's all CPA. It's all
All
cost per
CPA.
acquisition. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have a good CPA, you'll run it. What if the volume is low, but your CPA is good?
What do you mean the volume? is
So
low,
for
but
example, like, your CPA might be, let's just say your CPA is $10,
yeah.
but it's only done like 6
Oh,
sales.
right. Yeah.
Like the volume is low. Because you know how that always happens,
Yeah,
right? You
what-
might have low volume
yeah.
versus the other one, which the CPA might be 16,
Yeah.
but it's done 400 sales.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
right.
what would you kind of like determine? Does CPM play into a factor? Like what?
Yeah, I feel like everyone just has like this connection with their ad account that they know this gut feeling of whether to turn something on and off. And I feel like I have that. So if I see an ad that's kind of running at a much potentially a higher CPA, but it's sucking up all the budget. It's still got a good ROAS and whatnot. I will leave it on because turning it off might, completely ruin that whole campaign.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it's at the end of the day, I measure my daily profit because obviously we all know like iOS 14 restrictions and underreporting on Meta. We take our revenue every day. We take our ad spend. We have a marketing efficiency ratio.
A rough MER.
As soon as I see that number, and I do it every single morning, it's the first thing I do every single morning, I put that number through.
Yeah.
And if we're within benchmark, I just know not to really
touch it
F
too
around
much.
with the ad account. I'll put new stuff in and start testing new stuff, but I'm not really going in and doing like some massive changes. Now, if the MER starts to really increase over several days, that's when potentially like fundamental changes are needed.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What sort of MER benchmark are you looking for?
Bro, reread liner, I was like, I'm run mine at like 35 to 40%.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So and this is good. I know what it is, but for those people who are at home who have no fucking idea what we just said, because we just abbreviated the shit out of everything. CPM, CPA, fucking this and that. We got SIBs. My editors are gonna be like, Alan, I'm confused. So let's make some notes for everyone. Let's run through it. What's SIBs again?
SIBs is capped inflated budget strategy. That's the $1 million campaign.
That's the $1 million campaign. Yeah. So this is the one that makes you shit the bed if you if you do it wrong. So that's SIBs. All right. Yeah. And then we've got CPM, which is something that we talked about briefly. CPM is cost per milli. Right. So the amount that it costs to get an X amount of views / impressions. Then we have CPA, cost per acquisition. So how much it actually costs to get the customer to click checkout buy. And that's a very important metric that we always look at.
That's the North Star for us.
Yeah, so the cost per acquisition is very, very important because you can manually calculate ROAS technically through that. ROAS is return on ad spend, which is a ratio of the sales volume versus the amount that you obviously spent. And then the final one, which we kind of touched on just then, unless I'm missing one, is MER, marketing efficiency ratio.
Marketing efficiency ratio.
How do we calculate marketing efficiency ratio?
It's just the...
I think it's revenue.
It's funny because it's so in my head, but I can't say it.
It's like revenue over ad spend versus everything else. It's like everything else
the percentage
in a ratio
of marketing that you spent compared to
to the entire revenue, because your revenue's made up for everything. It's not just your marketing spend. It's also got like, whatever. You got wholesale, you got retail, you've got fucking whatever, just people just clicking directly to your website, SEO. That's all into your MER. So it's just a ratio of that. So if it's a 30% MER, then essentially it's a 3 roughly MER, which is for every dollar you spend, the entire business gets roughly $3.
You know what's funny? I don't actually look at ROAS too much. It's not a metric of mine that I look at.
You're the third person I've heard in the last 3 months who is cracking big numbers, who goes, I don't really give a fuck about ROAS.
No, I don't. You know why though? Because like on Meta, Meta has one job to get people from the ad to the website and convert. It's another job that's completely unrelated to ads to increase your AOV on the website.
Correct.
And that's what's going to really bump up the ROAS. So it's got nothing to do with the ad. I mean, potentially the ad might be promoting a bundle that's got a higher AOV, but in general, like I sell socks, like people are going to see the ad, come to my website, and it's what I do on the website that determines how much they're going to spend based off, am I offering a gift with purchase at a certain threshold? Is that going to get them spending up? Am I charging enough for shipping? Is there like an upsell card? Is there a post-purchase upsell? Like there's everything I do on the website that's going to determine what my AOV is.
That's true.
And that's another job completely. That's irrelevant to marketing ads.
Yes, correct.
So like I look at like what a good CPA benchmark is and I base everything off that. ROAS is done elsewhere.
Smart. And I think that makes a lot of sense because for a lot of people, especially when they first begin in business, it's very scary, right? Like if you're putting in $1 and you go, fuck, I'm only getting $1.50 back, $2 back, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're completely fucked. You can't scale. Your product's probably not going to work out.
You can't buy stock.
You can't buy stock. You've just lost everything. So, it is very scary, which is why a lot of people choose obviously ROAS as their benchmark for how they scale and grow their business. But what you said is absolutely correct. And I think there are 2 components of a business for those listening at home who really want to build e-commerce successfully. There is a marketing component, the advertising marketing component, and then there's obviously a conversion component.
Website optimization.
And correct. And that website optimization is what increases conversions. We will have such technical chats on this because I think we love website side of things. You're in the website yourself, or do you have a developer?
Nah, it's all me. But I got this guy in India that I go
That
to
helps
for bigger stuff.
certain
But
things,
dude,
yeah.
like Shopify's become so great now.
Oh, bro,
that you can
like,
buy
it's so
segments.
good.
Like versus when I started, like
Yes,
what I
bro.
can do on a PDP now,
So
I
good
don't
now.
need to be getting developers in
100%.
to have a pretty good TDP. You don't need to. Yeah,
100%.
You don't need it.
Like it's just such an interesting experience. Okay, for those at home, what's PDP?
Product description page. It's like when you,
I hear Melvin laughing because he's there typing notes, and we're just like throwing these
sorry,
abbreviations.
bro. It's I live and breathe it. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
know,
So,
exactly.
product description page is essentially like the landing page of your product.
For the product,
Yeah.
yes, correct. So that's why he's like fucking cracking up because I have to stop. Every time I talk to a founder who gets
Yeah.
super technical, I'm like, all right, guys, let's take a break. No one at home knows what the fuck we're talking about. So hopefully they
Yeah.
can appreciate that. So yeah, product description page is so important.
agree.
We're fully rebuilding our website right now based on the new Shopify features. But the fucking thing is, Shopify framework keeps changing, and we have to continuously adjust for that as well. It's super annoying sometimes because they break your website half the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're rebuilding as well for our end. I'm so fascinated with conversion optimization as well. But then there's always the operational side of the business as well. So you can't always be stuck in the website because then you need other shit happening as well.
I agree.
What sort of conversion rates are you getting in your business?
We operated about 5%.
That's fucking good.
Yeah, we used to operate at 8%, but now because of incremental reach and we're just
Wow.
like the amount of we're spending, we're about 5%.
That's pretty good.
And our
5% is
AOV
pretty
sits
good.
at about $70.
$70, yeah.
Because we introduced caps recently. So I did a trip to China at the start of the year, and I was hanging out in Guangzhou, and I was just like, what I do is that like GWP means gift with purchase.
Yep.
It's a great way to kind of test a product. If you're thinking about bringing a product into your brand, test it as a gift with purchase first and see if
Interesting.
people like want it. So
Yeah.
what that does is like I'll offer it a GWP at $100, but I won't have the product available for purchase.
Interesting.
And I measure how many people email me or email the company asking like, oh, can I buy this? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we did caps last year, and we just put
smart.
like our iconic designs. So we have like obviously 100 plus designs. So we just get our best designs. We put it on a cap. Didn't go to China for it. I just kind of went Alibaba, found a cap supplier, and people were just really, really vibing with it.
Wow.
So then I knew I was like, okay, when I do my China trip, I'll go find a cap supplier. So I went and visited them, saw the
proper one,
factory,
yeah.
hung out with them, like
Yeah.
drank tea,
Gotta
whiskey,
drink
the whole
tea.
thing,
Yeah.
ate some weird shit, but you know, it's part of it.
What's the weirdest thing you've eaten in China?
It's not weird. It's just the
It's
way
just
they
different, it's
present it.
different.
Dude.
Oh, okay, okay.
They bring the whole chicken out, and they bring the whole duck out. Like the face is there.
Yeah.
We ate like my last trip because these are like fancy restaurants they take you to.
Yeah, of
I love
course.
this segment, by the way.
Bro.
I love talking about China.
Yeah, bro, China's the
I'm
best.
like
I
so.
fucking love China. So
I'm
pro-China.
My mates laugh. They're like,
Bro, you're not even fucking yellow,
yeah, I
bro.
know. But like, you have to go there and just be like, oh, okay, these guys are so much more advanced than us. In
Oh, bro.
everything.
Every
apps,
aspect.
pain, transport, food. Yeah, no, we ate some weird dishes, but they'll take us out to like these fancy restaurants and bring something out.
And
you're
they
like,
go all out, bro. Like, even if
All
I went
out.
to visit factories by myself and they go all out, and I'm doing the maths in my head, like the dinner they just took me to was like 1,500.
it
Not
won't be
Chinese
cheap.
dollars, Australian dollars.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
fucking lot of money
Yeah.
for. And they don't care. Like, if they take you out the table, this table's quite big.
Yeah.
But they'll take you to a table half this size and they'll fill out the whole thing. Just
in
to
a,
show
in a
face.
private room.
Yeah, just
Bro,
to show
my
face.
suppliers take me on holidays in China, so we do business in
Wow.
1 day or 2 days, and then we get on a bullet train
Yeah.
and they take me to the mountains and we're drinking tea for 2 days and going to shows. They took me to a show. I went to a show. I'm like, guys, I don't speak Mandarin.
No, I can't. I don't know what the fuck's
I'm
happening.
watching the live show. I'm
Yeah.
like, everyone's laughing around me. I'm like,
you're like,
you're only white guy. In the,
Yeah, that was great.
yeah, but no, I love them. And obviously, like that's part of the relationship you build with the supplier because every year we go and we try to like, it's a win-win. We're gonna put more money in your pocket, but we need you to like
Support us. and
support
help
us.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
your terms? What can we get the price to?
Yeah.
How fast can you produce this stock?
Yeah.
So important. I feel
100%.
like
China's a whole different beast, man. Like
it is.
You know, I think the only people that can truly appreciate how interesting and advanced China is are other entrepreneurs, business owners, e-commerce guys, right?
Yeah.
Like you can go there for travel and you'll be like, holy shit, China's a beautiful country.
Yeah.
When you go there for business, you go, holy shit, it opens the doors because these are like they're powerful, successful people.
Yeah.
They have their own access to certain
know,
things.
dude.
They pick you up in the Maybach. They pick you up in
dude.
you know,
Maybachs are everywhere, bro. That's what
that's-
Brabus said, dude.
Yeah,
I was
bro,
like, what?
You need a kit for yours from
Oh,
China.
man.
But yeah,
That's
it's
wild.
like Chinese culture in business is so fascinating, and you're a white guy, so it's like it's still like they will treat you with full respect because they know you're going to make money for them, and then also at the same time they will do their best for you. It's just relationship.
I respect the way they do business. I
Yeah.
feel like it's so efficient. They're very punctual with like just like responding to us. If there's ever an issue, they take.
Bro,
you know,
11 p.m. at night, no fucking worries. 1 a.m., no worries. They'll have some
But,
support.
dude, they have more holidays than the Australians though.
Exactly.
Like Chinese
But they
New Year
work
lasts like
fucking
4
hard.
months.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like,
Bro,
wait,
Chinese
what?
New Year
How
period
long
is
are the
so
ports
bad,
closed?
bro. Yeah, literally. Like, wait, what? Port's closed for a month? my inventory is a month. But
Yeah.
they'll tell you, like, you know, they'll have, imagine the backlog that you get during Chinese New Year, right? You're going to a huge production facility. They probably do fucking 800 million, $1 billion a year in production, right? And then they'll take a holiday for a month.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you, sorry, we're going to be backlogged. And then the next month, by the end of the month, they've cleared the whole
they've
fucking
planned it,
line
right?
and it's perfectly rolling out like normal again.
Yeah, dude. I lived in Spain.
It's insane.
I did exchange in Spain and like through my dad's side in Spanish. I go to Spain every year. I love it.
Yeah.
But bro, like they have a festival every single week. It's just like but they don't catch up with shit though.
So 6 years ago, we'll get back to
Yeah.
it soon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, I would hate to do business
In Spain.
some of those countries.
yeah.
Wouldn't work.
Chinese efficiency is next level.
Yeah, and like 14 days on a ship from Shanghai to Sydney, like it's just
Yeah, it's crazy.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
We got our production time down to like 7 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so
For
good.
more, like for 10,000 pairs. Anything
course.
more than that, like
A bit more time, yeah, obviously. They need to move line space for you and all that sort of stuff.
So we've like reserved sewing machines for us, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's just the relationship you build. You're like, okay, sweet, like we've proven that we're going to put
You
$1
got,
million
you got
bucks in
volume.
your pocket a year.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
You got volume, especially when you've tripled the business,
Yeah.
and doubled the business.
And they see it, obviously. Like everyone,
Yeah, they see that, which is
Yeah.
good. I think a lot of people don't realize that, you know, and that's the side of business that people don't understand as well. Is they'll look at business and they go, "Oh, it's all simple. Find a product, scale it, sell it, whatever."
Oh,
But
it's-
there's so much more to
and
that,
everyone's
man.
doing it, dude. Now with like, you can literally build a coded website on ChatGPT or build an app. It's just become. I think that's awesome. Like the technology's gotten
Great.
there.
Yeah,
But the amount of saturation going on in e-commerce now is ridiculous.
It's gonna be insane.
Hence why we're seeing CPMs, the cost to advertise, triple.
Yeah.
Bro, funny, I don't know if you were running ads back in 2018. Go back to 2018,
Yeah.
see what your average CPM was.
Bro, I don't want
Mine
to.
was like $7. It's $7.
Nah,
It's double
insane.
now. It's essentially Facebook going, we've increased our prices
because
by
there's
2
more
or
people
3.
buying. You got to
Yeah.
bid higher. So like it's something that's very, very interesting because when we have an agency that runs our ads. So when they run our ads and they go and we always go through and do analysis. Like Cece is very anal about the numbers. Like she wants to make sure that, you know, we're not getting fucked by the agency.
Yeah.
Which is great, you know, because I'm usually pretty trusting. I'm chill, like, but she's a bit more anal about it. But yeah, we look at the numbers. Even 9 months ago, our CPM's doubled. You know, so
Wow.
it's like maybe it's because I'm beauty industry. That's
Yeah.
why there's certain periods where it's so bad. But
Wait till
yeah,
November.
I know.
They reckon they're going to go up by
Crazy.
100% between now and then.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. Like
No.
everyone wants to make money this year.
Yeah,
It's
and
been
then
a
you have
tough-
brands saying they're not going to opt into a Black Friday sale.
Yeah,
I'm like,
correct. Well, no
Good
worries.
luck.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, exactly. What's your strategy actually? When was it? When did you just have? Was your end of financial year?
Yeah,
you had a
end of
fucking
financial
cracker end of
Yeah, it was
financial
good.
year.
It was solid.
How was that? What was that like? Because I think you did. How many pairs did you do? You did a shitload.
we
bro.
don't measure it usually by pairs, just
By
because obviously
rev-
like, you discount stuff and you
Yeah,
wholesale
yeah.
and whatnot. So, what did we do? I think we cracked 700,000 for June or something
Oofed.
like that.
700.
Not a mil yet. I think
Yeah,
the $1 million month is happening in November.
probably. In
I've
Black
set
Friday,
that goal
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure. But yeah, it's an awkward period in the financial year because like, you know, no one's really they don't really want to buy socks. It is winter. We have that up our sleeves, but it's not as frothy as like Christmas or Black Friday.
Yeah.
So executing it is tricky, but you know, we hype, we create a wholesale identity.
Yeah.
What we do, like, this is a bit of a strategy that I've been dabbling with. You know how like on Shopify you have like your ABC product analysis?
Yes.
Everyone's got this theory that it's like, all right, 50% off our C grade, 10% off our A grade, right?
Interesting.
Right? Yeah, that's what everyone's thinking. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to sell my top A grade products at
Of
like,
course, for
at
discount
50.
because they're already selling.
Yeah,
You know, they're already
but
selling.
I'm like telling my manufacturers to like put 20,000 A grade products in production,
Yeah.
so I get my unit economics way down, sometimes
Interesting.
half the price, and
then
I
you
discount those at
discount
50%.
Interesting.
And that's my marketing message. I'm like, guys, like this particular design is 50% off in the ads, and
Yeah.
people flock to the website because they're seeing this product all year. Because all year we're talking about it.
Yeah.
It's our A grade product. Or you were like,
Is that the
buy
big
this.
chicken socks and the big
That's
chicken
one of them. Yeah.
I can see straight away. Like when I see those ads, I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I know which.
But we
products are
flip
working.
it every
Yeah.
sale. We kind of highlight a new A grade product. And it's
Yeah.
always like a hero. We're like, all right, this is the one we're going to go order 20,000 units, get our unit economics down, bring them down. But then that's why it's so important on your website to have a really compelling GWP.
Yeah.
So when they're buying your best selling product for half price, you're upselling them 4 or 5 times to get to $100, and then you're making more profit on that order than any other order you do in a BAU.
Interesting.
So I've been playing around with that lately, just like really playing around with merchandising the website.
Yeah.
What's the first 4 products? Could you measure that? People buy the first 4 products that
whatever
you're
you
going to
show
see.
at the top. Yeah.
It's a shopping frenzy, and you create the urgency, right, through your messaging, through your marketing, countdown banners and whatnot.
That's so interesting, bro. Like from the sounds of it, you're like really a technical architect in terms of how you like to manipulate, certain pieces of the puzzle in your business, which is awesome.
Yeah, and during a sale,
so
we
cool.
never have a lull because like traditionally, you launch a sale. It's a 2-week sale, for example. You launch it big day 1, big day 2.
Yeah.
Day 3 is kind of
Slows down,
sweet. Day
yeah.
4, you're like, fuck, we're breaking even now.
Yeah.
So we have these mid-sale strategies, so we never have a lull day. As soon as we start hitting those lulls, day 4, day
Launch a
10,
new
day
sale.
15, whatever it is, a new product, a giveaway, this, that,
New
like
promo.
10% more, free funding
Yeah.
orders. Like it's just
Wow.
always creating, because
Excitement.
we have an email list that's pretty big, so it's like
Yeah.
there's always going to be people that haven't purchased yet, and you segment that out, right?
Yeah,
You don't want to be bombarding them.
100%.
So yeah,
That's so
everything
cool.
gets super analytical during a sale. It'll be like who's getting what email,
Yeah.
just so we don't get our deliverability cooked.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you can measure that. If you have Klaviyo, check your
Yeah, yeah,
deliverability.
yeah.
If it's
And
anything,
if you make a mistake, you'll know. Because then
Yeah,
people,
bro.
what the fuck, bro? Can you stop sending me emails?
oh, you get that
always
regardless.
you get that all the
Oh man,
time.
yeah.
Stop it, bro. I've received fucking 5 emails from you
Yeah,
in the last week.
unsubscribe me. I'm like, have you
Yeah.
heard of an unsubscribe
Yeah,
button?
just click the button down below.
Yeah.
You don't need to bother me for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is fascinating. How did you go last Black Friday?
Yeah, good. We cracked 700. So like that, we essentially matched that for end of fine entry, which is always a
okay.
good sign because
Wow.
we typically double compared to end of fine entry.
Wow. That's pretty.
So this is going to be our 3rd like proper Black Friday sale that we run.
Yeah.
But we're going crazy. I just put the biggest PO in. I'm a bit more confident now. I feel like that's what it is. Like you run your first Black Friday sale, like,
Like,
damn, that
I've
was
got the
nuts.
balls now. There's a 50K
Yeah.
PO, 100K PO. Like we can get it done.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah,
So
wow.
I'm excited for it. I'm nervous,
fun.
but it's fun. At the end of the day, it's fun.
Yeah.
You bring in the most amount of cash and
Yeah, right.
profit than any other month. It's
for Black
wild.
Friday.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Like we still expect to do the exact same amount of revenue we've done all year from 1st of Jan
Yeah.
in that period.
In that period. Yeah. That's insane.
Still
so yeah,
a lot to
$1 million
go.
month. Hopefully you can get that.
I'm keen to do that. Was like honestly, I remember when we cracked our first 100K month, June
bro.
2023. It was
Yeah.
wild. It was like I can't believe it. I thought I was the king. And then,
Yeah.
You start talking to brands that are doing
Yeah.
like $1 million days and $1 million
Yeah,
weeks.
bro. The $1 million days are just fuck.
Yeah.
Bro, that's insane, man.
It's
that's
wild.
definitely one of my goals. Same thing. We want $1 million month and then also $1 million day.
Yeah.
But we've been slowly dabbling into wholesale. We haven't really ever done wholesale
Nice.
for our
Yeah,
brand,
yeah,
so
yeah.
we want to try to crack into that. I think it's quite a tough market, extremely competitive for what we do.
I agree. Yeah.
But are you in wholesale as well? Do you do wholesale?
Yeah, we got our socks in Heinemann, like the duty free of the airports.
the duty free airport stuff. Yeah.
We just got a PO today for QBD bookstores, 50
Oh, no
bookstores.
way.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're going into them. So with us, like I never chase wholesale. Like
Yeah.
we leverage our wholesale charity. Sorry, we leverage our charity partners
To get you the
and their
wholesale deals.
contacts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
So we have a charity partnership with Australian Geographic, who have the Australian Geographic Society as their charity.
Then you get into QBD through that.
Wires, we have good contacts with them, and they know the people to contact. But we got into Sydney Airport because our brand name has Sydney in it, and they love that.
Oh, they're like the
"We want
tourism side of things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
people were like, you can't have Sydney in your name; it's going to be like detrimental. What if you want to sell them in Melbourne? And I was like,
Melbourne Stock
bro,
Project.
no one thinks about the brand name.
Yeah,
And then like
literally.
this happened. We got this deal, which is the biggest wholesale account
Yeah.
we have.
Yeah.
It's insane. I think they sell 1,500 pairs a month just in Sydney Airport.
Really?
Yeah, it's the biggest
Wow.
account we got. It's perfect. Think about it. Like we have like Aussie animals, people
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
through
it
the
makes
airport,
sense, it
like
makes sense.
$15 gift.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's just like, man, like check that out. Like having Sydney in my name. And the only reason we called it Sydney Sock Project was because like at the time I was looking at like domains and I just couldn't find anything that had like
Sockproject.com.
or just like Sock Co. Everything was just taken.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Sydney Sock Project. It didn't hit ever. The logo was shit at the start. And everyone's like, what if you want to sell to America? And I'm like, what about like Bondi Sands? Like these brands that
Yeah.
are global and they have like literal Sydney suburbs in it.
Yeah.
I think Sydney is a compelling enough city
100%.
to
100%.
having a brand.
Yeah, I agree. So how does it work for wholesale for you? Do these wholesalers, do they kind of just buy a PO off the bat and go, hey, we need 50,000 socks, give us a number, we'll buy it? Or do you kind of work under like consignment, or is it like a profit share? How does it work
It's just
for you?
payment terms. Yeah, we have better payment terms with some than others, but yeah, then they have to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
upfront,
So
yeah,
just
no-
pretty much
no-
buy it up front and just they take the stock.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
but
not
we have like a lot of like tourist centers like Scenic World,
Yeah.
Bridge Climb in the city.
Yeah.
They all stock the socks and they're super successful with them.
Oh, that's so
and what
good.
we do now, we kind of talk with them. We're like, hey, what do you think people are going to
And we'll
buy in
design
your
it
store?
for
So we've
you.
designed like a Harbour Bridge sock.
Oh, cute.
We have an aeroplane sock that we designed for Heinemann. So
Yeah.
we stock them there and they're super popular there.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, when we demand plan, we have to forecast that the fact that Heinemann buy like 2,000 kangaroo socks a year from us.
Yes,
They might not do well online, but we have to bring them in for
but you
them.
still have to have
Yeah.
it. You still have to have it. Yeah.
And they were awesome to deal
That's
with.
so
I've
interesting.
Heinemann have been great.
Wow.
It was
Oh,
cool.
good.
Doing
That's
airport tours, like
Yeah.
to check out the rack and not traveling was the weirdest feeling ever.
That's so interesting.
Going to the
Yeah, and
departure
then you
lounge
go,
and
go
then
back
walking
out.
home.
Yeah. You're like, wait, this
I felt
feels wrong.
so weird.
This feels so wrong. Like, I never
Yeah.
get back out through customs. Like, what the hell?
But that's my favorite account because every time I travel, like my whole thing was like,
rack.
the whole thing was like I want to be independently running a business so I can have the freedom to travel. I've always loved traveling. It's always been the thing. And like
Yeah.
working 9 to 5 was like the biggest chokehold for that dream to
course.
come true.
Yeah.
It's like I'll be walking through Sydney Airport and I see the sock rack. I'm like, hectic. And we have in 8 locations just in Sydney. So I like
Yeah.
walk past one store with it. I'm like, there it is. I'm like, there it is. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's so sick.
so it's cool. It's cool.
That's so sick. When did you
Yeah.
get that contract?
That was, I reckon it's been 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
It was about 6 months to deal with it logistically.
Yeah.
And they wanted stands. And then we are like, yeah, we got stands. And then like I had to start figuring out
Making
how we're
stands?
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
to air freight like 8 of these huge stands from China.
Yeah.
We lost so much money on that.
But you still got the deal done.
Yeah,
You get the
exactly.
deal done.
I was like,
You
just
the
get
deal
it done.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah. That's what
paid-
I'm doing
yeah.
now. I know what's to come for like wholesale. People are going to ask for racks, stands, displays, case packs,
Have
all
it
of that.
all. Have a pitch deck.
Exactly.
Have an order
and
form.
I'm prepping that. My
Yeah.
business partner's like, don't worry about it. Just deal with it when it comes. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's because you don't look at it. When it
Yeah.
comes, I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
fucking flying to China. I've got to get this built out. I've got to design these packs. I've got to ship them here, air freight, because I want to make sure that I have it pre-planned, pre-play,
Yeah.
ready to go.
We included wholesale in our menu navigation, so the top
Oh, yeah.
menu.
Yeah.
And like the inquiries we're getting have like tripled.
Oh, really?
And as soon as we get an inquiry, we have a pitch deck
Yeah.
and then an order form
Yeah.
that goes out, in every email to them.
Yeah.
So as soon as they inquire,
They can
they
order.
get a pitch deck that has everything about the business, how it works, step-by-step process on how to wholesale
And
our product,
MOQ, quantities, all that sort of stuff.
everything.
How do you okay? So this is a very interesting one, and I think a lot of people actually don't talk about it, nor will you get asked these questions very often. When it came to wholesaling, obviously it was your first time doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking random.
You know who our first wholesaler was?
Who?
Donut Puppy in...
Oh no way! Done a
Yeah.
puppy. Wow. So you did a collab with them? Is that how it worked?
No, they
just
bought like 20 pairs of socks, and
Oh.
I remember hand delivering them with so much
holy shit.
pep to my step. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
this
yeah.
is...
I sold 20 pairs.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was the biggest thing, and just went like, guys, we're in Donut
Wow.
Puppy.
That's so
yeah.
interesting. Okay. So how then, off the back of that, do you then do your pricing? This is a very interesting
Yeah.
one, right? Because there's so many different strategies, different methods. How did you? How much do you retail a sock for?
$16.95.
$16.95. So that's for one pair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so let's just say you want to go, and then I don't know, whoever's watching as well, if you want to stock Sydney Sock Project socks, I think this is a good breakdown for you now.
Yeah.
But how did you go ahead in terms of breaking down your wholesale? Because obviously there's smaller retailers who might come and be like, I want 20
Exactly,
pairs.
exactly.
And then some guy might come and go, hey, I want fucking 2,000 of that, 2,000 of that, 2,000 of
Yeah.
that. How did you calculate all that?
So we have like tiered pricing for
Yep.
those. Like for the smaller wholesalers, we offer MOQs starting at 20 pairs, so
Is
people
that
can get
separate,
started.
like smaller wholesale price list versus big wholesale
Yeah,
price?
well,
They got
they'll
separate?
kind of get a custom quote. They
Okay.
won't get sent that spreadsheet, like, especially if they're inquiring for like 1,000+ pairs,
Yeah,
or if they
yeah.
want to have like a ongoing deal like QBD or Heinemann do. It's like
Yeah.
you can't just have based off every PO what it's going to cost.
Yeah, that's right.
So a smaller wholesale would get the tiered pricing. Obviously, at 20 pairs, you're looking at probably only like a 30 to 35% effective discount, 40%. And when you're ordering in excess of 1,000, you also have to remember, like, when you're selling your product to these bigger retailers, they want to be making 50%.
Minimum.
Yeah, so like you want, if I'm selling my stuff for $20, like you have to sell it to them for
At
10.
least
They
10,
just won't.
yeah.
They won't nudge for that either.
Yeah.
So obviously, like the Heinemann and these other ones get the best rates.
Yeah.
But the volume they're doing is just way more significant. You get
100%.
way more margin off that at a lower rate than you would on a 100 pair order from a street down the road. You know
That's
what I mean?
true.
So have tiered pricing for the smaller stuff and just create a custom pricing list. But yeah, these guys want 50% back.
Yeah, at the very, very least. I hear some retailers, they want to push you down to even 70%.
Yeah. That's yeah, just buying it at cost pretty much.
Pretty
yeah.
much.
I had a meeting with TK Maxx and I was like, oh, no, this won't work.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, no.
But they sell things for fucking cheap as
Exactly.
well. That's why,
And it got down to like cents to the cost that we were going to be. I was like, nah, it doesn't suit
Sense
us.
on the cost doesn't
It
make
doesn't.
sense,
it would be purely like brand
once you get
visibility, and it's not even that good because it's
and once you
TK
get the
Maxx.
logistics coming through and
No offense.
all the tax and all that sort of shit, you make nothing. You'll lose money on the deal.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's really good, man. That you've broken it down. You've gone through a really good journey of just coming from a small local.
I'm trying to hire now
Yeah.
someone to come in and like a retail buyer. I would love to contract out a retail. It's hard to find, dude.
But as like a sales guy, to do
Someone
the
that's
retail?
exactly to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
out and ask for like
Yeah.
retail, and then they take a commission or whatever.
Yeah.
I've contacted a few, and they're all full. I'm like,
Yeah, it's
people
so
we need more
hard.
retail buyers.
Yeah. If you're a retail buyer,
But
let
like
us know,
independent,
yeah?
not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a retail buyer for Maya. Or
Correct,
like
correct,
independent that they go
So,
out
or
and
someone that
represent a brand.
sells our product wholesale out. Like,
Exactly.
if you guys want to do that, you want to do it for Cheeky Glow
Yeah,
City
yeah,
Stock
yeah,
Project, let us know. You got 2 brands here. Yeah.
I'm ready to pay. Like
Yeah, same. Take a comms. Oh, we don't care. Get us the deals. Take a comms. If that's you and you want to hustle, give us a call, all right? Or send us a DM after the show.
Yeah, it's hard because like we make good margin off that. Well, we don't consider marketing expense to it, so you have to
Yes,
also understand
correct.
that like the millions that we're putting through meta ads a year has attributed to these wholesale accounts.
Yes.
But we don't attribute it through the on our P&O. I don't look at my wholesale order and be like, oh, it's 30% MER. It's like
Yeah.
Or-
It doesn't. It's not considered really technically.
no. But they saw us through ads.
Yes,
you know
correct,
what I mean?
correct.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's really hard to calculate at that stage. I'd love to know how the big boys do it. Like,
Yeah.
how do you calculate your wholesale versus your retail, your brick and mortar, even then your e-commerce? How do you actually consider all of that from an MER perspective? Because there's definitely zero attribution
Yeah.
from a digital perspective, but 100%
Exactly.
there's visibility attribution.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
I find
so
I love
difficult.
asking that question. So like when I went to Heinemann, I went to the office in the city. Sorry, not in the city, in the airport.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you guys? And it was just like one of their retail buyers going, oh, like I love your socks. We buy them for Christmas, and I was pitching it to the boss, and like so it's usually people that have bought your product. They work for these companies, and we do big corporate orders for like Culture A&P, for
Yeah.
like Salesforce. We've done some big orders for these kind of guys.
And you guys do custom socks for them?
Yeah, exactly right. And we have a designer, so we can turn around and design in 24 hours, 48 hours.
That's so good.
Send it back to them, have it in production, and
And then here's
deliver it.
1,000 socks bang for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh, how good's that?
That's a good business model. It's intense because like I don't know what it is. They come with you with the worst timelines. Hey, can we get like 1,000 pairs
in
of
2
socks
weeks.
delivered in 2 weeks? I'm
Yeah.
like, I know no one else can do it.
Yeah.
So I'll sign up to do it.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
you just go one phone call to the retailer.
I know,
to your
and the
manufacturer.
risk is there. If you don't deliver, it's like you got to refund the order. But
Yeah. And then
we've
they
had
get
to
pissed
refund.
off.
We've had to refund.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. Stuff doesn't arrive on time, or it
Fuck.
goes through some.
But
Sort
then
of,
what happens then? Because you've already produced it. So you just now have
Well,
2,000 pairs of
yeah,
Salesforce
I'm like,
branded socks.
we'll refund you half the order. We'll still deliver the socks, and you can use
okay.
it for a conference next year. Or like,
Oh, fuck. But so you pretty much make almost no money on that.
yeah. It's worth it.
Shit happens. Yeah, shit happens.
Keeps my heart beating at night, you know.
Just.
Yeah,
barely.
just.
Sometimes it doesn't beat at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, business has a lot of stresses. How do you manage your day then? Like, I mean, I'm assuming your day is probably pretty hectic, just like
Yeah.
mine. Do you normally do like your 10, 15 hour days? Like, how does it work? 8 hour days standard shift, or what do you do?
Yeah. I never measure it by like how many hours I put in.
Yeah.
It's just
We
an
don't
amount
really
of, like-
even know what day it is sometimes.
Yeah. On Mondays, I kind of do this thing called Win the Week.
Okay.
One of my coaches had taught me this. Essentially, it's like I write down every task that I want to do throughout the week.
Yeah.
I put a time block associated with this, like whether this is going to take me an hour, half an hour, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. And I add it all to my calendar throughout the week, and I kind of split it up. And usually you can get 8 to 10 hours of like top work done in that. This isn't meetings. This isn't podcasting. It's just like shit that's going to move the needle between now and Christmas, for example. So I time block everything.
That's cute. Yeah, that's
And
good.
It's funny. I was just in Europe. I want to have like a more balanced lifestyle where I'm working from around the world. I was stressed as fuck over there. I was getting woken up at 4 a.m, calls from the warehouse. I'm like working between 6 and 11 a.m. in Spain, where that that country wakes up at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
So like I'm not even enjoying it as much as I can.
Exactly.
And I got home and I told one of the pickpacker, I told Betty, I'm like, you know, Betty, like I'm my most chill and relaxed when I'm here.
Yeah. Because then you know that shit can't fuck up.
No,
and if it does
I
fuck
know.
up, you fix
I
it straight
know.
away.
And I was like, why am I running away when like my bliss,
how bad
my
is
state
that?
of bliss is in this?
Yeah.
And that's fine. Look, I'm 29. I think I have the energy to like really put these hours in and take the risks. But when I have a family and children,
Different
I
story.
don't want to be
Different,
doing this.
100% different story.
Hence why I'm building it now. So when I get there, hopefully I can outsource it or sell it.
Yeah. I understand. I
You reckon you resonate with that? Have you traveled and tried to work? It's awful.
Bro, don't even get me started, bro. Whenever I travel, it is like, on one hand, I'm like, wow, this is so good. I'm having so much fun. I actually get to enjoy the time and energy that I put into the business and now go get to spend it, use it, do whatever, see the world. And I love traveling too. I fucking love traveling. I'm planning a trip to China as well in October. But it's like every time I'm overseas, I'm like, okay, make sure I've got my laptop on me. I've got a charger. I've got power banks on my phone. I've got my
portable
phone.
monitor.
Yeah, I
mouse,
literally, bro, I literally have a portable monitor with my
you have
laptop. It
to.
just plugs in.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I've got my mouse. I've got my phone.
Your carry-on's just your office setup.
Bro, honestly, my carry-on's like fucking 15 kilos and it's just a laptop, bro. I'm just like, fuck. I hope they never weigh my carry-on.
Yeah.
It's just so bad, man. And honestly, is that the way to live? Probably not. Do I look? I look at these gurus that are online and their life just looks so picture perfect, and I'm like, do I think that's real? Probably not. But it's also like, fuck, bro, man. There are entrepreneurs out there that can work 5 hours a week, make 10 mil a year.
Yeah,
And they live in the dream.
They put the hours in early, you know what I mean?
But it's very different. It's very different. I think people need to understand that it's very different. If you want to be that entrepreneur that's only putting 5 hours a week in to get everything and make 10 mil a year, it's a very different story. Either your experience allows you to do that, or two, you've discovered some sort of business model which is completely fucked up, not normal, and you can do it.
It's rare, yeah.
It's so rare.
We
It's not that it's not
we
done,
shine
it's
on
rare.
it like it's like everyone's doing it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But I'll tell you what, like I was just in Europe just recently, and I was hanging out with some mates that I've lived with in Spain and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that was tricky because like when you're traveling with people that aren't working, that's when, you know, you have to wake up early and whatnot. But a couple of weeks before that, I was in Italy with Colin, the guy that owns Rick's Eyewear.
Okay.
And we were just getting Airbnbs along the Italian coast.
Yeah.
Working 6-hour days, both just at peace with just sitting in an Airbnb and working.
Yeah.
And that
it's
was
like, oh,
fun.
look, the water's there. We're going to be typing away.
But that was chill. And I was
Yeah.
like, I much preferred that style of travel than like partying and like going out in Europe
I can't
and
do
like
that.
you just
I don't feel I
wake
can't
up
do
and
that.
go on fucking walking tours and shit. It's like
Yeah.
we were just happy
Yeah.
to just park up in an Airbnb, and when it came dinner time, we'll go to the restaurant down the road.
Yeah.
That was
Honestly, yeah, like for me, when I travel nowadays, it's kind of like, okay, during the day, if I know during the day is where the city goes, whatever, I'll do my during the day. I'll come back after lunch, maybe do 2 hours just to check on everything, go back out, come back, and then this is like, no one fucking talk to me for 3
Yeah.
hours. This is my work time. And then we'll rinse and
Yeah.
repeat. Like, that's kind of how I travel
Exactly.
nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think to a lot of people, they're about, oh, but you guys don't have work-life balance. You guys are
We
working
don't,
all the
bro.
fucking time. Fuck if I care, bro. Whatever.
But I enjoy work. So
I
it's
enjoy
like,
it. Yeah.
I get this argument all the time. People are like, you're going to burn out and shit. I'm like, I don't think that you can burn out if you really enjoy what you're doing.
If you love
Like,
what
if
you
you
do.
don't have a resentment or like this kind of like, you know, like people have with their 9 to 5 or their
I fucking hate my job. I hate my boss. Hate
That's
my
when
managers.
burnout happens. When
Yep.
you're like working 10-hour days for a job you hate or
Agree.
12-hour days for a job you hate. Then fuck yeah. But I've done like stints where it's like 7 days a week, long hours, and I'm at the end of it. Yeah, I'm buggered, but I'm not fucking burnt out.
100%. Like, I started my first business at 15, right? And then going to now, it's 15 years of doing business. Bro, a fucking 80-hour week is like a walk in the park. That's like a warm-up for me, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I love what I do, and people always look at me and they go, how the fuck can you keep working like this? How are you in the office till 1 a.m.
Bro,
every
wait
day?
till you start running sibs. Like
Stop it, bro. You're making
won't-
me itch,
you won't-
bro.
You won't
I'm
sleep.
itching.
You'll have like 4 hours. You'll be waking up to check it. Especially if you're running it in the US where like the time zones are
Yeah.
reversed.
I mean, that's like trading stocks, bro. Like people are
It
day
is-
trading and shit. You're like,
it's the closest.
is it going up or
thing.
going down? So Sips is the gambling
Meta
for
ads is the closest
business
thing.
owners.
Yeah, literally.
That's a
literally.
bad drug, bro. That's a bad drug.
Yeah,
No, Sibs is bad, bro. Because once you get hooked
Yeah.
on it, it's like, oh, how much can I
yeah,
push
but
this
it's
shit?
look, we're averaging 200K months, and now we're doing 500, 600 because of Sibs, purely
Wow.
because of that. Nothing else has changed.
Wow.
But the only thing that's changed is our content output. Because like when you put more money through the ad account, it requires more
ads.
content.
Yeah, I understand.
So I've got agencies creating content on the side. We have like 2 shoots a month in the warehouse where it's all founder content.
Yeah.
And then we do stills and UGC videos.
Everything, right? Graphics,
Creator
photos.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
Have you used Creator Marketplace?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Awesome tool now.
Yeah.
It's like the influencer marketing has just gotten so much easier using Meta.
Yeah, correct.
And Meta coming out with edits, like that edit tool to like create reels. Like,
this is good.
it's all there for you.
Yeah,
everything
we
is
need to
there.
sit down and actually mastermind this shit. I'd love to pick your brain about some of this stuff because like we will churn. I think sometimes our roadblock is in our Meta spending as well. So hopefully this Sibs thing might work.
Yeah, man. Dude, pull out your top 10 ads from like 90 days and just
And we'll
just run
fucking
it.
crush it, bro.
Top 20. Give it a bit more. Give it a bit more
Yeah.
room to play. But yeah.
Okay,
try
interesting.
it.
Yeah, I'll give it a go because we have a crazy ad right now.
Yeah. Okay.
So we had a killer video that
Is that
went-
just in a campaign spending? What, like, are you scaling that campaign?
Yeah, that
or-
one's scaling
okay.
right now. But also that video was like a viral video we had on our TikTok. I don't know if you've seen it. It's of Jess crying.
Right.
That video got 10 million views. That organically did like 300K in sales.
And it shows a product as well. So
Yeah.
you far out.
Yeah,
What a win.
so it's a winner. Actually, no, it doesn't show a product. It's literally just her talking about one of our customers' reviews. It was a
And
customer
people
review.
are purchasing off the back of it.
Off the back of insane. So that did like
Wild.
organically 300K, and then through ads, it's probably done another 200
Wow.
within a month. Like, yeah, so that's what I was saying to you
Whoa.
earlier. I was like, we had a really viral moment, and then it's like really just backed up now for us, where it doubled the business off the back of one really smart kind of like viral video that we just straight away, like our strategy is always we create these viral videos because we produce almost 100 pieces of content a week.
Holy shit.
So we go fucking hard, right?
Is that all you, or you got
That's
agencies, or is
no,
it
no agencies, it's all in-house. So that's how. So instead of me investing money into like creative agencies and stuff like that, it's we have our own team members. So, you know, we have the only hires that I would ever hire kind of like full-time that I really think is worth the money is content creators
me,
that are
100%
good,
agree.
that are good, right? There's a
100%
lot
agree.
of fucking shit content creators.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because I have a content agency, but I meet so many shit creators right through that. So if you have good creators and they do their job, I give them a commission as well. So we track their organics and they get comms off the back of that. So
Interesting.
if they crush it, they get paid, which is great. But yeah, so we'll get the viral and then we'll punch the viral straight into the Facebook ads and scale the fuck out of it as much as we can.
Oh man, I reckon Sibs is gonna go
But
crazy.
now you got Sibs, like I need you to come and look into the ad account for me and fucking set up a Sibs
love
for
it.
me. And
I've got friends who are starting out businesses, and I love looking at their ad accounts.
Yeah.
I feel like the ad account, like I just, it's my ecosystem. I love looking at them.
That's so awesome.
I do a bit of coaching now as well with just like smaller brands, just 4 hours a week, but just looking at ad accounts.
Oh,
and
how
just-
good is that?
Just looking at opportunity and
Oh, there you go.
seeing if they can scale.
Yeah.
Love
so what got you into the ad account yourself? Like, where did you learn all your skills for it?
YouTube started.
Literally YouTube.
And then I met Jay Wright, and that kind of changed the game.
And
Have you heard
got
of Jay?
coaching? Yeah, I've heard of Jay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get coaching from him or?
Yeah, so I joined. I met him in 2020, back at like end of 2020 to 2022.
Yeah. I'm seeing his ads all over my feed right now. So
Oh,
he's
man,
fucking talking
he's
to me.
crushing it. Yeah, he's So Jay like created a blueprint on how to run a really successful e-commerce brand.
Okay.
Just created the blueprint.
Yeah.
And it's a matter of the founder jumping on it,
Yeah.
looking at all the courses that he's created, applying the principles, and yeah, like our success has come off the back of the blueprint he created.
No way.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I learned meta ads on YouTube, like the fundamentals, like bad fundamentals, like as I said, duplicating ad sets. And then like I got into Jay's world, and then he coached how to run like more systematic approach on ads, structuring out your campaigns, not just duplicating shit for the sake of it, like the old school way. Everything kind of lives in these OG campaigns.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was a huge uptick for us as well. So
right.
just being in that world.
So Jay's strategy, you still kind of utilize today.
Yeah, and it's always ever adopting too, especially now with Sibs. Like Sibs is a new thing, and then we have like the whole upgrade into Advantage Plus only campaigns from the 1st of July, which Meta rolled out. So like, it's always optimizing, and in being in his world, it's like we have all these experts just like looking at it, going, oh, "Okay, sweet, this is the best way to do it."
Oh, that's so interesting.
So yeah, no, props to him for like showing me the ropes.
Yeah, wow.
Couldn't have done it without that support, I reckon.
Interesting.
'Cause,
Wow, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I think people don't realize that as well. Is you either spend money to save time, or you spend time to save money, right? So, in a lot of the business world, a lot of people struggle to come across and pay coaches and stuff like that. I think business owners understand each other. We're always so open to share with each other because like we understand each other's struggles. We've all been there, and there's always something that we can learn from each other that we can really help out. But That's if we're similar levels, right? Like it makes sense that we help each other, support each other,
Yeah.
and we aren't even conflicting in niches, for example. So yeah, it makes sense. You learn from me, I learn from you. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people getting started, and they're desperately out there DMing all these like successful e-commerce people, begging for free advice, begging for free coaching. Like you got to understand, it takes a lot to get stuff from people.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, and it's good that you're going out there trying to ask for help, but honestly, like getting the right people in your corner is so important.
If you're new,
100%
join
you need-
e-commerce.
right.
That will just that enough. Like just doing the modules and courses that he's created, as I
Yeah.
said, like the blueprint, like that'll get you off the ground. And it really just comes down to like, first of all, do you have product to market fit?
Yep.
If you do and you apply the resources,
It'll work.
you'll work. And if you're a good founder and you apply the principles,
Yeah.
you will see success.
Yeah.
The good thing that's also brought is to like now we have a community of brands that are also in the same position as me, doing between 3 and 10 million. We got WhatsApp chats every day with jamming. Hey, what creative is working for you? Sweet, post it. All right, let's have a look. I'll replicate it. Hey, that crushed for me.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just tried Sibs. Try this. Boom,
Yeah.
they tried it. And it's like we have this feedback loop with like
Yeah.
20 brands that are all doing, 7 to 8 figures.
That's awesome.
And you're like, oh shit, this is how you learn fast.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
who you know
Wow.
at the end of the day. Like I think at this level, and just going to them and be like, what do you use for insurance, what warehousing, just like any kind of general question, there's someone in that group that knows the answer to
Yeah, I
it.
think that's so important. That's why, like, I posted up the other day as well. I was like,
Yeah, I
if
saw
you're-
that. I'm
you know,
pumped.
yeah, we
Put
should.
me
We
in.
should. Bro, you'd be surprised the type of feedback I got from that.
Really?
I had people messaging me and go, "Hey, bro, I don't know if I qualify to join. I do 600 grand a month." I'm like,
Damn. And
What?
ecom?
not even in ecom service. bro.
Service. Oh, the
I
margins are
was
so
like,
much better
what
too.
the fuck?
Dude,
I'm
that'd
like, okay, where are you based? Oh, I'm halfway between Dubai and Australia, and I'm like, I know why the fuck you're in Dubai.
Yeah.
So come back to
Where's the
Australia.
company
Let's
registered?
yeah. I was like, come back and jam, bro. Come back and talk to us.
Yeah.
Tell us what you learned. How the fuck did you get to 600k a month MRR?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so monthly recurring revenue at 600k is insane.
No
You know,
way.
your margins on that would be incredible, much better than our margins.
Oh, mate.
Fucking, so I'm
We're
like,
talking single digits in ecom.
bro, literally, and these guys are probably doing cracker like 50%
40,
plus, bro.
yeah.
If not. So I'm like, bro, you come here and I'm gonna lock up this room for fucking 6 hours.
Yeah,
We're all gonna
yeah.
sit around this table.
Yeah.
We're gonna have drinks and everyone's
Spitball.
gonna fucking, that's it.
Reveal your secrets.
open up shit. Everyone signed the NDA. We're all gonna open
Put some
up.
rice wine in the middle
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
table.
we'll get the tea, we'll get some rice wine, we'll get some food, Chinese food. We'll bring out the whiteboards and everyone is going to open up everything.
Yeah. Love that.
Bro, I was like, yeah, I need to do something like that in Sydney. I think it'll be quite fun, especially. And my philosophy is always simple, right? If you give, you'll get. But if you're here to take, then you can fuck right
I
off.
agree.
Right? It's as simple
I
as it
agree. I
is.
feel like I'm so much more generous now with my knowledge because it's other people who have given me the knowledge.
100%.
I didn't develop this on my own.
100%.
Other people were generous enough to tell me about it. And if I can tell to another brand and see their success off it, like,
How cool
I
is that?
genuinely-
And they will give back to you in the
Yeah.
future as well. Like, for example, if Sibs works really well for me,
Oh, bro.
we're going to be hanging out all the time from there. We're going to be like, I'm going to be like, hey, bro, this is the content that's crushed. Check out this viral video we did.
Yeah.
Fuck, you guys should do it.
Oh, bro,
Here, this
that'll
is
go
what
wild.
I spotted. Hey,
That'll
I'm in
be
China
Sibs-
right now. I'm
Sibs
like,
go wild. Yeah, because I
Yeah.
don't think Sibs has been like publicly
like talked about
shared.
a lot.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I don't really listen to many like meta podcasts, to be honest, but like,
Yeah.
surely.
Surely someone talks about it, but we just don't know.
But
it
yeah,
is what it is.
I totally agree. I feel like in Australia, like, with the tall poppy syndrome, like
It is.
people,
It's so bad.
but
man.
like within,
watch
within
you drive a
family-
G wagon. You're a young guy. Watch how many dirty looks.
I
you
know,
can
bro.
cop
Look
now,
at my
bro.
number plates. Like,
Yeah, I know your socks. I don't know what the socks. What socks? Fucking. They don't know that you
fuck?
sell socks. You should hang them all in the back window. You know how
I
they have the
know,
like
I
kids
know.
in the
I'll
car.
just get out barefoot.
Yeah,
Fuck this guy
socks in the
doing?
car.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But
like,
it's the thing,
yeah.
and like we have like this niche group of people that are really ambitious and really keen to succeed, and they're all so generous. I find that like the more I grow and like enter this world of like people doing 8-figure years and whatnot,
But they just
they're
tell
the
you.
most generous at all the information they share.
100%. You know what it is? I realized one thing maybe a couple years back. It doesn't matter what you share or how much you share. I'm trying to help my girlfriend or also help my business partner understand this psychologically. It doesn't matter how much you share. People who will take action on it will take action on
Yeah.
it. People who are destined to not take action on it, doesn't matter what you tell them, they're never going to take
Yeah.
action anyway. So you can share them the golden key to success.
Yeah.
They're just going to sit there and fucking do fuck all. So it doesn't matter, bro. So like for me, it's like I'll share what I can share without damaging myself. I'll share what I share without damaging my business or exposing certain, you know,
Yeah.
secret components or, you know, proprietary components of my business. But
when it's a meta ads tactic,
Yeah.
everyone can try.
bro,
It's
and
just-
anyone can try and share. It's not like it's going to take away from you. Like,
Yeah, I
obviously, you
agree.
probably won't share your secret tactic with another sock fucking guy.
Yeah.
And I probably won't share it with another fucking person who's trying to rip
Yeah.
my brand off.
Yeah.
But
I think there's enough market share for everyone
there's
to be
so much
wealthy.
market share as
Yeah.
well. Like, if you think about it, you might do $5-6 million a year. How much money is transacted through e-commerce in Australia alone?
It's
Billions,
wild.
billions on billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And let alone the US and the UK.
I know.
Bro, our real market share is probably like fucking point of a point.
Oh, it's wild. It's wild.
So-
And have you looked at what it costs in the US to like send something from one house to another? It's so much cheaper than here. Like, what do you pay on average with Ozpost to send your product?
Ozpost, I'm probably very similar to you because our stuff's very flat, small. Like 20 grams is our
Yeah,
package. It's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
tiny.
But you still got to pay 500 grams or 250.
Yeah,
grams.
we have a locked in rate under sub 250. I think for ours is Sydney Metro is like 490.
Yeah, but if you want to send something to like Perth, you
Oh,
probably
Perth is a
$8
probably
or
fucking
something.
$10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's like half of that in the US to send countrywide.
No
because
way.
they have so much more competition. We have
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
monopoly.
Yeah, correct.
Australia.
Ozpost just
We started
dominates.
using Aramex now, dude.
Oh, really? Bro,
Yeah.
I tried Aramex. That was so fucking
During Black
unreliable.
Friday last year.
No, not during Black Friday. Maybe about 3 years ago. I had orders and they just fucking did not show up to pick up and
Oh,
shit.
really?
And that pissed me off. And I messaged them. I'm like, bro, this has been sitting outside because I was sending some bulkier stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this has been sitting outside for 7 days.
Wow.
What the fuck? Where are you?
Yeah,
So,
they,
but
they've
again-
picked up their game a bit because
Yeah.
we use them and then we pull it back because of their fuck up during Black Friday.
Yeah.
They admit it, and
Yeah.
we're back using them now, and I'm getting them to send me weekly reports
Yeah.
on how many issues are arising.
Wow.
Because we probably like move like 1,000 parcels to them a week, so like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
how many? And usually we only have about 10 issues, which they're resolving.
Wow.
So they've really gone. And we're on average, we're saving about $2 a shipment.
Yeah.
And when you're sending,
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
$2 a shipment's a lot.
yeah.
Fuck. So
It's about $8,000 a month back on the
Wow.
bottom line. Well,
Wow.
back to stuff that we can reinvest into capital. So capital we can reinvest into stock, ads, everything else. And
Wow.
one shift, just one conversation, like just one meeting. Obviously, a bit of an infrastructure change with ShipStation and isolating RMX with Ozpost.
Okay.
You build a bit of leverage as well, because then you can go back to Post and be like, hey guys, like these are our rates with RMX. You guys want that market? You want that $40,000 invoice a month? And come to the table with the same price. Because I'll prefer to use Ozpost, don't get me wrong.
100% because they've got the biggest network. Yep.
But if they're not going to budge with price and
Are you with eParcel or MyPost?
eParcel
Yeah,
and
yeah.
MyPost, which
Oh,
they
and
hate.
both.
Yeah, because I don't fucking get it, Australia Post, if you're listening. Why are you going to have one rural rate that's cheaper with MyPost, and then on your eParcel contracted account, it's more expensive to send?
Correct. And not just that, but eParcel, no free returns. MyPost, you get free returns. Do
Oh,
you
I
know
didn't
that?
even know that.
MyPost, if you get a return to sender, it's free.
No way.
eParcel, they sting you, what is it, $12? Per
Yeah,
return
it's
for
like
it?
40 yeah,
Which
it's
is fucking retarded.
When it costs you $6 to send, they're just
Yeah,
double
why are
it.
you fucking doubling it and putting it back on me for a parcel that you fucking couldn't
Legit,
deliver
I know,
properly?
I know.
So Australia Post, if you ever tune in, yeah, sure, like fuck, look
Yeah.
after us, man. That's
They
fucked.
do. They took me to Origin.
Where's my tickets to Origin? What the fuck, bro? we ship the same volumes. Where's this service?
RMX give me box tickets at the Sharks games.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
Why don't I get shit? What is this?
Dude, ask them. Yeah, well, yeah, you got to threaten to leave first.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You guys
Then
hear
you
that?
start
That's
talking
the
about
tip.
football.
Yeah. Oh fucking hell! I'm like, at least send me movie tickets or something, bro.
I know.
You guys fucking take 30-40 grand from me every
Yeah.
month,
Dude, our bill's
come
like
on,
70
man.
grand.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
That's
It's a lot of money, and we
is.
can't pay with the Amex.
Yeah, it's
the
fucked.
fee's awful.
But yeah, it's so cool. Like 30 grand, 40 grand a month, 70 grand a month for shipping, bro.
Yeah.
That eats like margins like no
Yeah,
tomorrow.
and they don't
but-
respect the business enough. Like, for example, like ShipStation. Dude, ShipStation come to our warehouse, look how we operate,
Yeah.
and then make tweaks.
Oh really?
Love ShipStation. I'm
Wow.
a huge advocate for them.
Okay, cool.
Like,
Maybe I should look into it because
I call them. They got a team based in Australia. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to change this rule. I want to have. They've got something called Rate Shopper. Have you heard of Rate
Okay.
Shopper?
no,
It's essentially like you can like plug in all of these couriers like eParcel, MyPost,
and
RMX.
that's your accounts, right?
Yeah,
Your accounts,
yeah.
not their
My
accounts.
API
Yeah.
keys with them.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
I've established the rates with them. We sign contracts.
yeah,
They give me
yeah.
the API keys. I inject them. Rate Shopper will just choose the cheapest one out of all of them.
Wow.
automatically, so you can bulk fulfill and not have to like look into like each one and be like,
Change it.
yeah.
Ooh, that's good. Change it. That's good.
That's been. I feel like I'm fucking making a ShipStation ad right now.
Oh no, ShipStation sponsored
I
this
only
show,
get
please. Hey, next show, I'll take $2,000 off you, and we'll put plugs.
I'll put you in contact with them. I reckon they'll definitely sponsor you.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
you need those e-com giants. Like
we do.
Yeah.
We also need sponsors for the potty, by the way. If anyone wants to sponsor,
Yeah.
it's fucking expensive to produce these episodes.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, ShipStation, that sounds good because we use Ready to Ship right now.
Oh, interesting.
Which was one of the platforms that we originally kind of settled on.
Do you have a multi-carrier system though, or you just
It is a
Ozpost?
multi-carrier system, but we focus mainly on Ozpost because we don't really need any multi-carrier. And to be honest, to me, it was like the headache between switching through different carriers and sorting them all out and all of that sort of shit. To save maybe an extra $500 a month, I was just like, fuck it, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not really going to make too much of a difference. But if we're talking savings of $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, it is definitely worth
Yeah, they're not
chopping and
cheap,
changing.
dude.
Not
Some
cheap,
of our
man.
apps are fucked,
Expensive,
but they
man.
bring the money in though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We started using Redo. Have you heard of Redo?
No, I haven't.
Redo do like it's like a returns.
It's like a
returns
returns
process, but
yeah,
it's also
yeah.
got shipping protection.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
$2,000
we
a month.
use shipping. we use like a shipping insurance thing.
Yeah.
So people can just literally auto toggle shipping
Yeah,
insurance.
but so with Redo, they've got this thing where it's like checkout with protection, and underneath it they have like a hyperlink of like checkout without protection.
Yeah.
So that's their version of toggling. Obviously,
Yeah.
because of the updates, we went from
Yeah, we went from we had auto shipping protection, and
Yeah.
that was fucking generating extra X amount per month
Yeah,
easily. And then the update got rid of that, so now we're also like it's either toggle or the little hyperlink. Little hyperlink thing.
You know what? Another app that's wild, that's also expensive. They're all based in the US. We started using Alia, ALIA. Have you heard of that? It's a pop-up app.
Yeah.
All they do is just like rejig your pop-up.
Okay.
Your Klaviyo pop-up, which you think, whatever, it's a pop-up.
Yeah.
Bro, we were having 8% signups with Klaviyo. We started using Alia and it went up to 18%.
Why?
Yeah.
What difference was it? It's just-
So they have a full page pop-up.
Okay.
And it starts with a quiz. So it kind of like incentivizes the customer to interact with it.
Yeah.
Who are you shopping for? Myself, someone else. Enter your email for a mystery discount.
Okay.
And they go through this process. And it goes, before you complete this, before you get your mystery discount, you got to watch this video. And the video is just like me talking about the brand, like educating the customers on like why I started Sydney Soft Project.
Yeah.
So like the first order conversion rate has increased because of it, because customers are coming to the website, seeing this and going, the first thing they see is like an interaction with me talking about
That's cool.
the charity component, how these socks give back, because it's hard to communicate that off the get-go.
Yeah, and it's hard to put it on the website everywhere without looking like you're tacky as fuck.
If you check out my website, you can see the flow. And it's like, it provides like education. It's a bit more gamified.
Yeah.
And the result just spoke for themselves.
insane.
But it's about $800 a month. So
Wow.
it's like,
But I mean, if it gives you an extra 10% conversion on it, why wouldn't
Well,
you?
now we're like, everything now is all about like lead gen, like getting emails in before Black Friday so we can have this beefy list that we can send it to.
Yeah.
And that's just probably brought in 20,000 more emails.
Probably. That's
Yeah.
that's great. And so does that connect automatically with your Klaviyo as
Yeah.
well?
Yeah, it's
So you
all
can just
back-end
tag it.
Yeah.
It's all tagged. Okay, that's
It's all, there's some apps out there coming out, dude, that like, I reckon if you're doing seven-figure, if you're doing $1 million plus a year, like implementing some of these changes can have insane amounts
insane
of
volume.
yeah.
Well, I mean, if you really think about it, like our email list would be in hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Like that big email list.
Yeah.
And segmenting them properly and adding more to that list is
Yeah.
always going to be important.
Yeah,
Like
I got
we-
someone like
yeah.
doing my like auditing my email flows, because like off the back of this increase in signups, I'm like, well, we got to make sure our flows are dialed.
Yeah. Flows are so important.
Yeah.
We brought in an email agency maybe like, I don't know, 9 months ago to help us go through all our flows as well. And then we started using, I think they were okay. They definitely had a good setup of the flows that really helped us. And then we brought in another friend of mine who is structuring it out now. But you know what? Cece's a gun at emails. So she's really good at doing the emails herself. And I think that just comes from being a founder-led perspective, is you just understand your business a
Yeah,
lot
I
better.
still do all my emails.
Yeah, because I think a lot of these agencies, they're kind of more generic. They're not super well versed in it. So we utilize the agency in this aspect to go through not the email structure per se. That's not our priority. They will help us do all of that. They'll action CC's brain, but the flows. Like the flows have really helped. And we use instant audiences as well. I
Oh
don't know
man,
if
I've heard all about you're using it.
we use them because they pitched us. They wanted us to be one of like their case studies and shit. Like originally, it
What are you
wasn't
paying them? Dude, they're fucking expensive.
Yeah,
aren't
it
they?
wasn't. So, I don't actually even remember what the invoicing looks like now because They fucked up with us a lot.
Really?
They promised us, we'll get 3x returns on whatever you
Well,
pay us.
it's not only that. They're going to beef up. This is where they collect emails, right?
Yeah,
Because they're going to beef up your Klaviyo subscription. So everything becomes more expensive.
Exactly. So we're still determining whether or not it's like worth it in that sense.
Yeah.
But I do know that the number is getting a little bit higher. I actually do. You just reminded me because we had a meeting with them on Wednesday, which I didn't attend. So I'll have to check. But I'll let you know if it's good.
Yeah, I'm always.
They're always.
I let
they're
other
always,
people guinea pig with these stuff.
Yeah.
And then like.
That's the whole point of a network, right? We share.
exactly.
We're all using
Yeah.
different app stacks.
Yeah.
So you might be like, hey, Alan, are you looking at this pop-up app stack? I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, have you checked out this for XYZ?
Yeah.
And then we just share. Like that's how you
But
grow,
the
right?
beauty of it is like you test it for 7 days. All right, did it boost your conversion rate? Yep. Fuck. Oh,
Great,
sweet.
keep
Is
it.
it worth
If
it? Done.
Exactly.
It's so measurable
Exactly.
with e-commerce. Everything
Exactly.
is like measurable. You make one change to your PDP. Did it increase conversion rate? Did it not? Like
I think Davey's got that app that he's really invested into. I forgot the name of it. It allows you to split test.
a PDP.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I should just pull it up on my phone now. I was using it and it was really good because it allowed me to integrate certain code that is preset already.
Yeah.
This is funny as guys. For those who are listening at home and you're not watching, if you're watching the video podcast, we're literally like fucking talking about this. I'm going for it now.
List all the Shopify apps.
Literally, I've pulled out my phone to look at the apps that we use, the app stack.
So everyone asks me, they're like, "Oh, what Shopify apps do you have?"
Bro, that's one of the.
Everyone's like, "It's not going to change the game, bro.
It's
at
not the
start."
apps, bro. Yeah, literally not, especially not at the beginning.
What's your app stack?
I know, the app stack. There was another app I used a lot when I first started the business called Lucky Orange.
Oh, was that the heat wave
the
one?
heat map one,
Heat
bro.
map,
that was so good for me to identify what customers were clicking
I've
on.
never
and
used
all that.
one.
It's very interesting,
yeah.
bro. Because you sit there and you're stalking the customers'
it's
movement.
wild.
It goes IP address at Bankstown has just logged onto the website. Click this link. You watch the mouse. You can literally go click live feed and you see where their mouse moves.
Can you see like
No, bro,
live,
you literally
one by one,
see
or-
live the mouse moving over to the image, clicking
Yeah.
it. Image moves, click it.
yeah.
Image, bro, it's crazy.
Wild.
Where is this fucking app?
What does it do? What's the function of it?
So this app that I want to share with you. So I think Davy's invested into it, founder of Udi, obviously. So what it does is you can choose a page on your website, and you can create not a campaign, but you can create a test.
Yeah.
So then you go into this test, you go version A of this test, you can add like a piece of code, which might say this person has viewed this item, or it could be whatever. And then you have a B version, which could be your standard, right? Which is your current existing website.
Yeah.
You run the test and you can run it for a certain period, or you just leave it live. And out of 1,000 people that click on your website, 50% of them will see A, 50% of them will see B.
Unreal.
And then after 2 weeks, you can go back and you look at it, and it will go through. A has a increase of 2% conversion rate. B had a decrease or whatever, and you can actually sometimes see, oh, I'm theoretically thinking if I added like a pop up on the bottom corner, would that increase my business? Theoretically, in your brain it says yes. But you've tested it for 2 weeks and it goes, you've actually lost 5% conversion rate.
Yeah.
So then you just won't utilize that.
Dude,
So
you know where I
crazy.
reckon Shopify is going? And I haven't heard this. I kind of just thought of it then. It's like, I reckon it's all going to be like, what's it called?
it's called visually A/B testing. So I'll
Send
pull
it
up.
over. Yeah,
I'll send it
love
over here.
I reckon we're moving to a stage now where like people are going to go on a website and based off AI, it's going to like show them what is more
product suited for them.
Yeah, like it might be different. Like the add to cart button might be, I don't know, a different color based on what that person is more like.
Yeah, like it's going to be yellow, pink, green, blue.
Just like with Meta AI now. So just like how Meta's utilizing the creative viewport to change the caption or the description or the color of the background and manipulate the image.
So crazy, bro.
Just to to better like target someone in their specific scenario. I reckon like if we can do that on a PDP, imagine your PDP like is manipulated a million
customizes
ways
based on your footprint.
A million ways,
bro.
exactly.
Imagine you're shopping and it's like it doesn't just change the language anymore. It changes that
Everything.
you like the photos in the
Yeah,
center.
if you like
or on the
model
right.
images, it'll show you that first.
If you like the
yeah.
description longer or shorter, based on your previous shopping, bro, that's a
I
crazy.
reckon that where it might go. I reckon that like Shopify obviously has.
Or I think we should just develop that app and we should just
Imagine,
make the
bro.
billions off the
Well,
back
you know
of it.
what I'm thinking of that because Alia do that. So they create like 15 variations of the pop up, and like instead of saying like the no thanks button. They might say, no, I'll pass this time. Or they might say, no, I don't want a free discount. Or no, I don't want a gift. So like they'll constantly change this using AI. So it's not like they have 15 tests. They just have unlimited tests.
Yeah. And then it'll tell you which one converts best, which
yeah,
you lock in.
and like exactly right.
Oh,
and
that's
it's AI based off what the customer is most likely to do.
Oh, that's sick.
It's wild.
Bro, that's wild. I reckon, the companies that go out there and they've designed these sort of apps.
Dude, they're all based in Austin, Texas. Have you found? I swear I have meetings with people from Austin like
my
once a
auntie's in
week.
Texas too.
Oh, really?
The rest of my family's in Texas.
They're all just fucking coming up with crazy apps there.
They're all extremely successful too.
They're so...
You know what? Have you seen all those?
capitalistic.
Have you seen on Instagram when you open the property, it's like all the houses and stuff? If you ever scrolled houses, the properties in Texas, like 500K, you get a
it's
fucking mega
ridiculous,
mansion
yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
Man,
That's why, bro. That's why.
I don't. Do you own a property in Sydney? Or do
I
you
don't have
rent?
Sydney. I have Newcastle.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just bought one in Newcastle. Actually, I just settled on it like about a month ago.
Right.
What about yourself? Are you in the property game? Nah.
I rent. I'm more keen to buy a commercial unit just for like my business.
Which is smart. Which is
Yeah.
smart. It took me some time as well too. Like I didn't want to really get into property, but for example, yourself, right? Like your business really only exponentially grew from 2023 to
about
25.
18 months, I would
You know,
say.
and extracting money out of the business into your own personal to be able to transact on property is also a very difficult journey too. And it's not something that you can just transact on straight away, unless you structure it in different ways. But you know, it's and that's the benefit of being a solo-led founder. You can, if you're like, oh, I want a house, okay, cool, let me pull out 500K, pay the tax on it, and go buy a house.
Exactly.
You know, but being a co-founder, it's a little bit more of a different journey to get my money to be able to transact on what I want.
Yeah.
So it's not like I can just be like, I want a house, so we're gonna buy her a house too. It's a little bit harder than that, right? I don't make enough to do that. So unless I'm doing like 10 mil a month, okay, I can buy whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But I'm not at that level yet. So
Exactly. Yeah. I'm more about lifestyle at the moment. Like whatever's going to kind of ease my brain the most to run my business the best.
yeah.
And that for me is just like paying my rent, having a profitable business.
Yep.
I have more money in the bank than I don't. I don't have debt. You know, I just prefer that. Just for my
To each their
personal
own.
emotional
Everyone's
state.
Everyone's different. Everyone's different.
I'm
right?
sure that might not be like the best, business or investment advice, but like we have our money tied up in shares, which is liquid. So if anything happens, I can, T-minus 2 days, I'm sorted.
Correct. But that's good. I mean, like that puts you in a position where, you can go and buy a G-Wagon, not stress too much about it, right? Like I can buy a G-Wagon, but I decided to buy a house.
Yeah.
So, it's like, fuck, it's like...
G-Wagons hold their value, bro. It's a great investment.
If you keep telling yourself that, it's great. Never buy a brand new, but never buy a brand new.
Because don't get the luxury car tax on it.
Yeah.
It's not why I bought it, but they do hold their value pretty well.
They do, definitely.
Yeah.
All the rappers brought it all up.
So it's
good.
yeah.
It's the rap music.
I've always been like the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you really into your cars then?
No.
Not really.
No, not at all.
So what made you get a G-Wagon?
I love the Halo. My first new car was a Mercedes, and I just loved that experience.
Yeah,
And
that was the COA.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like the first time we started making a bit of cash in the business. I was like, oh, cool, I'm going to buy a Mercedes. Because I was driving my parents' car.
Yeah.
And so me and my brother went out because he's got a business as well. He bought a
cool. What does your brother?
A250.
What does he do?
He's an exercise physiologist under the NDIS. So he
wow.
does like exercise physiology for people with disabilities, mainly like boys with autism. That's kind of what he's good at. So yeah, we both went out and bought these Benzes, and we were just like, "Fuck, no way!" Like it was a sick moment. Yeah, like both like drove home from like the dealership.
Yeah, and your mum would have been so proud.
Yeah, it was a sweet. But we financed them, so it was like, okay, sweet. But we there, but not really there. But
but still, finance is still a tax option as well. It's
exactly.
It's all
and
how
obviously with the
depreciation.
depreciation, he bought it off his company. I bought mine off my company, and we could depreciate. It was like financially, it was a sound decision.
Yeah.
And I just love the experience of like the Mercedes-Benz experience. And for me, aesthetically, the G-Wagon is the prettiest
cool
car in the world. I don't even think the Urus is as nice looking as a G63. Yeah.
Wow.
And my friend bought one as well, and he was like, he loves it. And I was like,
the G-Wagon?
Yeah. It was always just like, that I just set my North Star goal to be like, oh, sweet.
Well, then what's next then? You've bought it. You've got the North Star. What's the North Star?
Car-wise?
Both,
Fuck,
whatever. What do you want to
even
do?
know,
What do you want to achieve next?
I think owning a home would be awesome.
Yeah.
Which in Australia, like a home that I would like to build probably cost like $10 million in the
100%.
Shire.
That's what I was thinking as well. I was like, I want to move to the Shire too.
Yeah.
I've always loved the Shire.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And
yeah.
but to get any house there will cost you a bomb.
Yeah, proper minimum 5 to 10 mil, just for the space.
If I have to be honest too, like I get the kick out of just building business.
I agree.
Like, there's not if I had to sell everything tomorrow and get 10 mil cash and buy the house, I reckon I'll be pretty miserable not having something to work on. Just the fact that I can wake up and go somewhere and just think about growing something every single day is so cool. Like, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about how can I push this to the next level? How can I go harder today than I did yesterday? How can I one step more? Who do I have to talk with today to push this forward?
Yeah.
And I love that. That really drives me, and that's what fulfills me.
I think
the
that's
cars
so cool.
and shit, you probably experience it. You buy a car, it's awesome. Like, after a few weeks, you're like,
bro,
it's not the same as that first
my
day.
car's been in the garage for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
These kind of materialistic assets, they come and go, and they kind of have these kind of dopamine spikes, right?
Yeah.
And then you get the bill for the first fucking service. No, I'm joking. I can't wash that shit. You know, I gotta get fucking someone to wash it.
Yeah,
like,
and then you got your insurance that comes through. It's like $5,000 a year for insurance because you're still young.
yeah,
Insurance will be a struggle for you, bro. Being 29, like
Yeah.
for me, even I have a Supra, right? So I bought a Supra maybe about it's 5 years now. I've had the Supra. So I bought my Supra, did it up, did what I needed to do to it, but then like insurance, like $3.5, $4,000 a year because we're young. You know, I bought it when I was
they
26.
sting you, man.
Yeah, smash it. Oh no, I bought that car when I was 25. But yeah, they smash you.
Yeah,
You know, like you can buy a 6-figure car, like, and then after that, I'm like, oh, do I want to get a supercar? Do I want to get myself like a Lambo or, you know, I really wanted an Audi R8.
me too, dude.
Bro, this year I was tossing so hard with Audi R8, and then I ended up building this fucking studio.
Yeah. Hey, way better investment.
But yeah,
right?
I mean, the studio is good. I love it, and it's allowing me to do my passion project.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the choices you make as a business
Yeah,
owner.
I agree.
You know?
I've also got like a financial advisor and a really good accountant. Like,
that's so good.
these decisions, I can like palm off to them in a way. So like what happened? I hit a pothole in my CLA and I blew out the front left suspension. I was like, fuck. So I went to the Benz. I was keen to buy like a GLC. I was like, sweet. Shopping around, took one for a test drive a GLC, and I was like, can I get it specced out in matte black?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we don't do GLCs in matte black unless it's a 63S.
Yeah.
And I was like, have you got one? He's like, yeah, it's out the back, but we've just sold it. I was like, can you just show me anyway? Just tease me, right? Just tease me.
Just tease me.
So we go out back, and there it is. But next to it was this G63.
They got you fucking good, bro.
And I was like,
wait, tell Harry to fucking bring out the G63, park it right next to it.
it was at the back, like the bench. So it was like, it wasn't
storage
even,
and shit.
Yeah. And I was like, whose is that? And they're like, it just came in. And I'd been eyeing them off, and like, I saw that one had just entered the
They're very
Miranda
similar. Are they
dealership.
similar price with the GLC?
Nah, like a new
A brand new
GLC
GLC would be like a
probably
second hand. No.
A brand new one would probably be like 240. GLC 63S.
Yeah. It'd be
Specced out, probably
kinda
like
similar
220,
to a
240.
second hand G Wagon.
Yeah.
Similar. Yeah.
And then, the G-Wagon was there. And my whole goal was like, turn 30, buy a G-Wagon. And I put aside 300 grand for it.
No way.
So I
You're a
had,
fucking sick
I had the
cunt,
cash
bro.
in like a high interest Macquarie bank account, just like collecting interest. I was like, sweet, leave it there till I'm 30 and I buy it.
Yeah.
But buying a second-hand G-Wagon, they don't just pop up like they're fucking
Yeah, it's quite
Toyota
especially in a
Corollas.
good spec as well.
Yeah, and I wanted the matte black, I wanted the carbon fiber, I wanted all the trims on it.
Yeah.
So there it is. I'm like, no way. I was like, what is it? He's like, it's 290. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I put aside 300 for my dream car.
Yeah.
I took it for a test drive. Everything, the spec was right. It only had 20. It just had like the perfect sound. My dad's there going like, I think you need to buy it. Like, this is like,
Your dad's like, I want it.
Yeah. He's like, you need to buy it. Like, it's like the universe presenting an opportunity.
Yeah.
So then, as I was mentioning, like I called my financial advisor. I called my Ken. I'm like, hey, look, is this just, if I'm being an idiot, just be honest. Like, I'm acting on an emotion right now. And then, had a chat with them, both of them. And then I went back and just signed the papers. I was like, all right, sweet. Let's do it.
Did you pay for a cash?
Yeah.
Fuck, what a sick cunt. What a G daddy, bro. I told you.
Finance.
I told you, bro. Fucking G daddy, bro, right there.
9% finance. Fucking
Yeah, that's true.
$300,000
That's
would now
true.
costing me $500,000.
100%. It'll cost you over. Yeah, it'll cost you
I can buy
$500,000.
a new G-Wagon.
Yeah.
I could buy a fucking Brabus at that point. You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, go to China, you still get a Brabus kit.
Yeah, bro. Have you seen the cars they're pumping out in China?
Oh, bro, crazy.
The G-Wagon replicas and shit. Yeah,
I want to get a Chinese car next year, actually.
Yeah.
BYD's bringing their premium like range to Australia.
Is it
next
called
year.
BYD or?
It's not called BYD.
Really?
It's called, what is it called? Fuck, I've already forgotten the name. But yeah, I'm having a look next year. They have like a
wild
4-wheel
what they're
drive car.
doing
It's
there.
crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy. They bring out like a 700 horsepower fucking like
What?
nice SUV.
EV?
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
Oh, so it still has
So it's still
petrol.
hybrid. It's a V6 hybrid, I think it is.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's like fucking 1300 range, 1300 kilometer range, V6 hybrid, 700 horsepower.
Yeah.
The interior is full spec. You got a
Yeah,
fucking TV screen for your passenger, for the rear seats. It can drive through water, like it can float.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's got crazy shit, bro.
It's funny how the world's just going like, no. The Chinese are just like,
Bro, when you go to
inventing it.
China and you look at the EVs on the street, oh, it's insane,
Yeah,
man. Like
wow.
their supercars, all of that sort of stuff. People
Yeah.
give China shit all the time because
Yeah.
they're so like indoctrinated by Tesla.
Yeah.
But man, it's just innovation, bro. Honestly,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
it's smart. The Chinese are smart. They'll hire the Porsche designers. They'll go out there and they'll go take the market, and they'll get the Ferrari designers, Porsche designers, Lambo designers, and then they'll offer them double salary to come to China and
Yeah.
build the Chinese cars. That's how it works.
Smart, dude. I mean, yeah,
It's
respect
smart.
to them. They're
100%
hustlers. Yeah.
full hustlers. That's good, bro. Fuck, I've gone so deep into this topic. How long have we been talking to?
I have no idea.
Crazy. I don't have an idea. 5:30. 2 hours. Have we
How
been
long,
here for 2
how long
hours?
do your podcasts normally go for?
Yeah, we always go for 2 as well.
Oh, really?
But yeah, 2, like 1.5, 2 hours, 3
Do you
hours.
trim them or you?
Yeah, we do. It's mainly like uncut,
Yeah.
as you'll find out after this episode. But I think it's just gone. Like the time's just flown by. Like I really wanted to dive into more psychology stuff, but I think what we had today was quite technical, which is
Well,
awesome.
hopefully people can apply it.
Yeah,
I think that's the best thing. I like listening to podcasts where I can like
you get like
open my laptop and apply something.
a light bulb moment to
Yeah.
it, and I think that's what I love as well. But we'll definitely get you on for a part 2, like after
Yeah.
Black
Hopefully
Friday.
I'm doing like
Bro, after Black
insane.
Friday, hopefully we
Yeah.
can come back and be like, whoa, we both cracked $1 million month or something
that'll
like
be
that.
epic,
That'll be
that'll
sick.
epic. Either way, we'll celebrate it.
Yeah, either way,
Stuff,
it'll be mad. We'll bring some red wine next time for
Oh,
the
bro,
for the party.
I'll
We'll
book a hotel in Lincoln.
yeah, we'll send you over.
yeah. Leave my car here.
Yeah, we'll get a Korean taxi for you. We'll send you home. Yeah, no, that'll be fun, bro. But let me go and dive into. We'll start to wrap this up for today. But let's dive into the one thing, and this is the one question that everyone gets asked as well. Is like, if you were to really think about your journey right now, because it's actually been quite an exponential journey for you. 2018 to 2023 took you 5 years to get your first $1 million year, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah.
So we had our first $1 million year in 9 months.
Wow.
To give you a comparison, right? Slightly different. We fucking just went balls to the
Wow.
wall. Our first 100K month was third month.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you had experience
And
in
that was
e-com?
that was organic as well.
No.
There was no ad spend, nothing. So
Right.
we went first month we did 6,000, I think. 8,000 in the first month. Second month 40K. Third month 100. Fourth month 180. Fifth month like we scaled back.
Yeah.
It was just absolutely fucked.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so
That's massive.
that was our growth trajectory.
Yeah.
So that's why for us, like we really capitalize on the viral. Like I think in terms of viral brand builders in Australia, we are, I don't want to tug my own string, but I think like we're one of the top ones.
Yeah.
We've just figured out how to do it for our business, and we've consistently done that for our
Yeah.
business. So we have a huge organic component to it. But 5 years for you, it took 2018 to 2023.
Yeah.
You've pushed through. For a lot of people, they'll be like, fuck, can't do $1 million, can't do $1 million. Very, very difficult. And then now the real game changer is 23 to 25. You will likely cross over 100 mil. Oh, not 100 mil. I hope it wish it was 100 mil.
Imagine.
10 mil. My math's fully off there by a whole factor. But from 23 to 25, you will likely cross over 10 mil sometime next year in 26, right? Just 2 years, 3 years, you'll make 10. That's incredible. So if you were to look at what you've learnt now, so 0.01 is always about life being a game. To me, life is a massive, massive game. We're just like GTA characters, just going through this NPCs, we're main characters, whatever, right? But there are cheat codes.
Yeah.
People always use cheat codes,
Yeah.
right? And you used to need to go ahead and you have to Google these cheat codes and figure out what you can do. But a lot of the times these cheat codes are discovered by you playing the game. So over the last 2 years, you've found some really game-changing shit for your business.
Yeah.
If there was one cheat code you can think of to go back to that 2018 or even back to that 10 years ago, back to Andreas 10 years ago, and you were to sit down and have a chat with him, how would you, or what would you share with him to help him get to where you are today in way less than half the time?
Dude, I'll be honest, and this might not be the answer you want to hear, just meeting Jay Wright and using his
Really?
blueprint. Yeah.
Jay Wright needs to sponsor this podcast next.
I think no, I'm being dead serious. And he's a mate now, and
Yeah.
I respect him to the fullest. And I feel like I was just so lost in my journey.
Yeah.
Like anyone. Like
Yeah.
I can only get so far with YouTube.
Yeah.
And when you're in a corporate world, you're working 9 to 5, you have managers that assist you on how to build this, and these are the systems, and this is that. Like, I was just taught as if I had like this mentor come down and be like, oh, this is how you do things to get from here to here.
Yeah.
And like, I just loved applying principles. I just loved getting to work and being like, all right, what do I need to do? Like, click the buttons here, you know what I mean? And I had product market fit. So that was just such a pivotal point for me.
Wow.
And you can see, like, we were doing, I think, 100, 300, 500K the year. And then, like, that just pivoted and was like from 500 to 1.5 to 3 million to now 6.
Crazy.
So if you're in e-com, I feel like that's like, you need mentors, you need coaches. You can't just go blind unless you've done it before. But would you agree? Like, did you have someone to help you? Like, how the fuck did you go from
So
100K months in 3 months?
So my story is a little bit more, I think, because obviously for us, like, we haven't really had too much of a backstory together, right? So a little bit of context for you. I've always been in business, different types. I've always tried to figure it out, be an entrepreneur, like all fucking base level, first generation immigrant hustle type shit, selling stuff on the street, doing whatever. For me, it was a lot of trying to turn my theory into practicality. Prior to me starting e-commerce, I had not a super technical mentor like you would have had with Jay, right? He would have been quite technical with a lot of things.
Everything was technical, yeah.
For me, it was my cousin, actually. I would say he's a mentor of mine. He had a business called Anova. So he founded a company called Anova. So if you're a chef or you're into it, it's sous vide. He sold his business, and I'd never really met my cousin in person before. I just knew he existed. First cousin, so my mum's sister's son. And he had a business called Anova. He sold that business. The year I met him, he had just sold his business. But he sold it for $250 million US dollars that year. And that was the year I met him. Being the curious teenager, or not teenager, I think I was 21 at the time when I met him, 22 when I met him. Actually, I might be wrong. I was 23 when I met him. And I was always into business. I'd always been in business that year, but I've never really cracked any big numbers. I think my biggest year in business up to that stage was like maybe 100K, right? And that's 100K revenue, so not like a lot.
Much is left.
Not much is left, correct, as you know. So I was that starving entrepreneur for a while, but when I flew to the US to attend my cousin's wedding and I met him for the first time in my life, like properly meeting him as an adult, full-grown human, I got super curious because on the way to the US, I was on the plane. And I had read about, it was on, I think it was New York Times. It was like an acquisition section, like a business section. And I saw that this company, Anova, just got sold for $250 million to Electrolux. I read it on the plane to the US. I landed in the US and I saw documents on their table and I was like, what the fuck? Why does this look so familiar?
Wow.
And I didn't realize that my cousin was the owner of that business.
Oh my God.
And I only found out in that 12-hour time span of me flying to the US and landing in Texas, and I found that out. And so I was super curious. I asked him so many questions. Like, we're supposed to be there for a wedding, right? Fucking this cunt is just there asking questions about business. How did you do it? What would you do? Like, why are you guys so successful? How did you settle for that? What was the process? I asked everything. He saw some potential in me. When I was 24, he flew to Australia, took me, and was like, hey, I'm going to give you a job. Come to the US, work for me. I said no. I was like, fuck that. I'll make my own money, bro.
Yeah.
I don't need someone to fucking pity me and hand me money. I didn't need a job, but he offered me a lot. He offered me multiple six figures. I was like 23, 24 at the time. And equity. And I said no. And then it was dumb, very stupid. So whenever someone...
run to the airport.
Bro, I would have packed my bags. I'm out. I was so stupid. And then he came back on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Literally New Year's Eve, he flew over with his girlfriend at the time. And he was like, I need to speak to you. He's like, come to the US if you want. Up to you. But this time, you said no last time, so I'm going to pay you nothing. You fucking come if you want. And at that stage, I don't know what clicked in my head. I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll go. But this time for $0. So I slept on a couch and I pretty much shadowed him for 6 months. And then I was about to go move to the US to go work with him proper. Got my visa sorted, had my embassy appointment booked, everything.
Wow.
Came back to Australia, COVID lockdown. See you later. COVID
dude.
lockdown, I still remember this so clearly. COVID lockdown announcement was on the day of my embassy appointment. So that day they announced, hey guys, 5 kilometer radius, no more travel bans, this and that, was the day of my embassy appointment. And that day, the embassy obviously messaged me like, see you later, you can't come in anymore. We're going to cancel all of that.
Yeah.
We had already spent like $5,000 on lawyer fees, getting everything drafted, contracted, done. And then so I took pretty much those 6 months of learning, which is theory. I just shadowed him. And it's nothing practical like you had with Jay, right? It was all theoretical shit. Like, this is how you should set up a business. This is what you should consider when you look at mergers, acquisitions, when you look at product branding, all of that. It's just all literally theoretical because he had already sold the company by then. I was helping him build a new business. So I was learning that process. When I came back, the first thing I did was I started a business with my brother. I was mentioning to you earlier. He's a super creative. So I was like, he was already starting to kind of make money for himself. He was using WordPress as his e-commerce platform, right? So he was like selling stickers, and he was making about 20, 30K a year, selling stickers online. So I was like, that's proof of concept for me. All right, let me pick it up. I sat down with him. I was like, let me try the e-commerce side. I'm going to try it on Shopify because I see all these kids doing dropshipping, but let me try. So I took
What year is this?
This was 2019.
Okay.
So end of 2019.
Peak dropship.
Peak dropship.
Kind of like almost like the end of it all.
End of all the drop shipping and all of that. In 2019, I saw all the Shopify stuff. So I knew I was already late to the game.
Yeah.
But I was like, the WordPress platform, I looked at his website. I was like, bro, that is so dog shit. Hand it over to me. So I took like maybe a month. I figured it out and I transferred everything over from WordPress to Shopify. That was my first experience into e-commerce. From there, I built everything. We tested, we tried, and I was like, how do I actually make money in this thing? Because he's a fucking artist. He draws pictures. He draws anime. And then so I was like, the next step, what's happening right now? We're in the middle of lockdown. Everyone is on Chinese TikTok, Douyin, which is popping off. I was like, is that available in Australia yet? And then lo and behold, that was when TikTok first started rolling out. Downloaded TikTok, took his thing. He had no idea what I was doing. Did not give a fuck. He doesn't care about socials, whatever. He doesn't even have his own social media profile. Literally, he doesn't. And I created an account for the business. I went 0 to 350,000 followers on that business in 2 months. And I probably in those 2 months got over 200 million views.
Oh my God.
Just trying random
Content's
strategies.
just always been your forte.
That's always been my thing. I've always been editing, filming videos since I was maybe 14 years old.
Right.
So
It's
I've
a
always
huge
loved.
perk.
I've always
It
loved.
suits you. It suits e-commerce.
I've always loved storytelling and whatever.
Yeah.
And then that profile, I had one video go viral one night. I remember it sold out our entire inventory. We made 30K in 3 hours.
Oh my God. So your first tickle of it.
That was my first kind of going. I was like, hey, bro, we got no more stock, eh? He's like, nah.
Your brother just had no
He had
idea
no
what was
idea.
going on.
So I made his whole entire year in 3 hours. And then that year, that business, we did 800. How much did we do? We did $500,000 USD in that business. That first year I took over it. And then that was all organic, 100% organic. And then we both bought our dream cars, right? So I went out, bought a Supra. He bought an RX-7. He bought he had an S13. He bought whatever. We spent like fucking 300K on shit that we technically don't need.
Yeah. When you could have put that back in
We
stock.
we could have probably whatever.
I feel like everyone goes for that first dump
But like
purchase.
we absolutely crushed it. And I was like, he's been struggling all this time like by himself. He deserves it, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, cool. So then we turned that into a proper brand, and now we're one of the most popular anime brands here in Australia.
Oh, so this is off the back of the anime. Yeah.
Well, this was anime.
This
His
was the
first
anime
business was
stuff,
anime.
yeah.
So it started with stickers.
Yeah.
And really shit.
Now it's just merch.
And now it's stickers, merch, accessories, keychains, jet tags, hoodies, shirts. That's what I'm saying. We can do like a sock collab. It'll be hectic. I think it'll do really well at like conventions and stuff. So we can probably do that. See, guys, we do business on the podcast as we talk, you know. But yeah, and then that was off the back of that. And then at that time, it was with my girlfriend at the time. We had been together for quite a while, and I was like, oh, we need to build a business together properly. And then it was middle of lockdown. She had just come back from China, and I was like, okay, let's build a business. Here's $1,000. That's all I have left after my trip because I paid for everything in the US by myself.
Yeah.
So I have maybe like at that stage, I think I literally had $8,000 left in my bank account, and I was like, here's $1,000. So I'm like, mind you, I was 24 at the time. So I was like, here's $1,000. Let's go try to start a business. I don't care what it is. I just need you to get off your ass and we got to do this.
Yeah.
And then so she started thinking like about different things. You know, she used to work in beauty, and then she was in China. And then when she was in China, she visited her hometown, and that gave her the idea for our exfoliating glove, because that's quite viral or quite popular back in China. Or it's a tradition. It's like a millennia long tradition.
Really?
So we brought that Chinese tradition back to Australia. We checked the market to see if there's competitors. There was 2 people. So we're like, okay, there's 2 people.
And you know how to create content.
And we didn't really know how to create content that well at that stage. I just knew that TikTok would work because I did it for my brother. So I was like, get on TikTok. Let's try this. Let's make a video about what we're doing and how we're helping people with our culture.
Yeah.
First video.
Epic. So you're using like the cultural reference.
Literally. First video, 800 views.
Yeah.
Nothing. Second video, 800 views. Third video, my girlfriend started getting like frustrated. Ex-girlfriend now. But she started getting frustrated. Fourth video, 35,000 views.
Wow.
Sold out our entire inventory.
Wow.
Just like that. And then off the back of that, I was like, holy fuck. And then that was when we did our first big order. We did 1,000 units next. And then off we went from there. That was the story. So that's how, but none of this was, I had no experience. I know, like whatever. It was literally theory. No one held my hand.
Yeah.
So now I'm at a stage in the business where like, okay, we want to get to 10 mil a year. This is why, like, you know, the referrals and you go, hey, I had a great experience with Jay. Now I'll probably look into Jay. I've seen his shit all over the place, right? Like, it's now, like,
Everyone has,
yeah, you know, and it's like, it's always when you see these guys, are they scammers? Are they legit? You know, you know what I mean?
When I signed up, it was like, I'd been scammed before by an agency. Not scammed, like I'd signed up and just like not had the returns. So.
Yeah.
But I knew I needed something.
Yeah.
There's only so
We
much
always know we need something.
Yeah.
But it's just about finding the right players to work with us.
I knew no one in e-com.
Exactly.
Either. Yeah.
And that was the same thing. I knew no one. I knew no one besides of my cousin, but he's not even e-com anymore.
Yeah.
He's like fucking multinational, large scale. He's in the US.
He's over there, so you can't even access him that
Exactly,
easily.
exactly. And we're in different time zones, and you know, he's like he's a super analytical dude. He doesn't have a massive passion for like talking. And like, if you meet him, this guy's like very mysterious and like he hates it when he gets publicity.
Really?
Like he hates it. He wants to be the person in the shadows.
But he's already built that empire.
Yeah.
I feel like,
correct. He's that person.
He doesn't
that,
need it.
Different personality type.
Yeah.
Me and you, we don't mind jumping on, having a banter, having a yarn.
Yeah.
He's the type, no publicity, no media, don't give a fuck. I want to be in the shadows. I want to make my millions of dollars. No one talk to me. No one know who I am.
Yeah.
That's the type of guy he is. And then, that's why even when you Google him, he's not even the CEO or director of his own company. Like, he's not there.
Yeah.
You won't find him on any of the company, whatever. But he owns all of it.
I respect that for
That's
some people.
crazy,
That's just
man.
like, fuck you, money.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. I mean, like, when you're, and he was young. He sold the business at 31 years old.
Yeah.
So literally our age now, bro. So, I have a lot of respect for that. But then it was a lot of theory. Like, I tried to apply a lot of theory to what I was doing. And then, like that first video went viral. Not first video, but that first month we went viral in that sense. Sold out. Month 2 was a struggle because we had no stock. I air freighted everything over. So it costed me like maybe $15 a unit because of the air freight at that time. And COVID was
Hey, but it's better than not having any stock.
100%.
That's my theory,
100%
Everyone
better than
shits
having
on
no
it,
stock.
but, like,
Even though I only make maybe a 20% margin.
break even on it. At least
Or
you
even,
get
exactly.
customers, right?
At least the customers are coming. So I was like, fuck it, order it. And obviously during that first run, you don't really make that much money. We only had 100 units that first run. So I made 100 units. We sold them for $25 to start with. So 2.5K.
Yeah.
So we put all of that plus extra money back in, and then that's how we got that
No one
first
gets
1,000.
that cycle at the start of like, you start with 100 units, you barely sell it, and you barely have enough to reinvest in. That first that first cycle takes you forever.
100%.
If you're bootstrapping a business, which we have, like we didn't get investors or anything, it takes. That's
Bro,
why I think
it's
that's
so
why it took
hard,
me like
man.
5 years to really go from like 100K to like 6 million. Because like bootstrapping that first million was just so hard.
It's hard, bro.
Everything
Honestly,
back in
it's
stock.
hard.
Everything back in stock. I wasn't buying shit. I didn't pay myself a salary to my first
100%.
million. Yeah.
I think the first 2 years, personally, we may have just taken home enough for us to just eat and pay for petrol. That's pretty much it. So we probably out of the business for the first 2 years, we probably only took out 20 grand just for ourselves to get by.
It's
So
not a short term.
people
It's not,
don't get
and
it,
you built it quick too.
Yeah.
And like, I just don't think it's a short term thing.
100%. But to the outside world, they go, you made $1 million.
Yeah.
To the inside world, it's like, well, everything's back in stock.
5 years in a 9 to 5, you're probably looking at like a 10% increase in your salary.
100%.
Maybe, I don't know. Depends.
100%. Well,
Not
we've
too
never
sure.
been there, so we went
Exactly. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But like in e-commerce, you can go from, as you said, 100K to a million in that period of time.
Bro,
And
I had a friend that messaged me the other day. In November, he messaged me. He goes, I made 50K for like 6 months. Today, he sent me a screenshot. He did 4 million in 6 months.
far out.
4 million.
Yeah.
I was like,
You got to eat dirt. You got to eat shit for a
Right.
long time. And sometimes like it does just be like, it might be like a 3 month period where you do make the most amount of profit ever.
yeah.
And you're like, okay, 5 years of working up to that.
Finally,
It's a
it's worth-
5-year
it's like,
overnight
it's finally
success,
worth it.
right?
Yeah,
As
yeah,
they
yeah.
say.
And then also you might just figure out that one thing. As long as you don't give up, you might just figure out that one thing that you switch on today. Like you said, it could be Sibs, and then it's just like everything just fucking goes apeshit bananas.
Yeah.
This is the one thing. It could be that one viral video. It could be that one viral ad.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all it is.
Dude, I know exactly what it takes to get my business from where it is now to like where I want to take it. I know exactly what it takes.
Yeah.
I think it's just me that's in the way in my head.
Wow.
Even at this level.
What do you think? What is it that you need to get out of the way of to get to that next level? To get to that 10 mil a year mark?
Honestly, it's just like aggressively having the demand for, like, just like aggressively ordering stock.
Yeah.
Like if you reverse engineer it to do a $10 million a year, you need to probably have
Fucking
a lot of $3 million. Yeah.
half a million inventory.
Yeah,
or some
exactly
shit like
right.
that,
You just need to have a lot of stock. And I've just been so conservative with the stock because like it scares me every time I have to pay that much money and like that massive
yeah, the
percentage.
PO
of
is
my-
like 100,000, 200,000,
Yeah,
and you're
and
like,
I'm
I've got to transfer that now.
Yeah.
Like, do I need to pay now?
And you look at the cash in the bank, you're like, oh, it looks so neat, you know, like, oh my God.
it's like,
and then like the
ooh,
PO comes, it's stuff you haven't even sold yet that you don't know if you're going to sell because like, your growth trajectory might be completely off.
Correct.
I feel like I'm
a psychological
slowly
thing,
breaking that barrier now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, okay, commit. And obviously like, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go?
Yeah. You
can't
know what's
just
so
sort
sad though? It's like when you look at your bank account, just on the top of your bank account, it's like, oh yeah, you get your first 100K in the bank account, looks so nice, and then you get your bill and it's down to like 30 or it's down to like 60.
know.
Then you get your first $1 million in the bank account and then you pay your bills and it's like down to like
Yeah.
300K.
Or what about
500K.
tax time, bro?
Bro,
Best
don't even
time.
fucking best time. Well, time to register elsewhere, right? I mean,
Yeah.
see you later, guys. Going to
Literally.
Dubai next month. Bye.
Yeah. No, it's hard to run a business here.
It is. Australia fucking double taxing shit, taxes, this and that. I mean, it's just tax on everything, bro. They tax us to pay our staff as well.
Do you have a good structure? You have like a trust set up and stuff
Yeah,
like that?
so I have a structure with my brother. I have a structure with my business partner. I have structures for my own businesses as well.
Yeah.
But I think I'm at a stage now where I'm starting to explore different structures. One of the questions that I get, even when I was exploring mergers and acquisitions, selling a business, for example, one of the first questions I get is, how do you have it structured? So although it might not seem super important to an entry-level founder or beginning founder, having a look at how your business is structured and your life is structured is incredibly important.
Yeah.
I think for your level now as well, you're going to get a shitload of profit this year.
Yeah.
It is very important to set up your structuring, even for asset management and for cash flow, even staffing. It could even potentially be 3 different PTYs, or it could be an international PTY or international company somewhere.
Yeah.
But your structure is very important. I'm
Yeah.
actually going to work on my
Essential.
structure towards the end of this year, and then hopefully have it live by next financial
Yeah.
year.
So
I have
it's
to-
so
I have to
important to
really
have
fix
the
it
good people on your side, like financial advisors that can help with that.
up. It's hard, bro.
Because like as business operators, we don't want to be building out trusts.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
paperwork
yeah.
associated with trust, like fuck that.
Exactly. We just want to do our thing, but it's very important to have the right people around you.
Yeah,
Which is why in the business networks, and people don't realize this, is the more you give, the more you get. Because then now you're open to telling me who your lawyer is and whatever,
man.
and then I'm open to sharing with you.
Bro,
like,
I share my supplies with some of my friends. They're like, "Oh, we want to start doing socks." I'm like, "All right, he's my guy."
go for it. I mean, like if the designs are different, it's not going to impact you. But if
exactly.
they're duplicating your
Yeah,
design,
yeah,
then you're like, hey, bro,
Yeah, no,
listen
no,
here,
exactly
listen
right.
here, yeah.
It's different story, right?
Different story, yeah. But 100%, like that's why we help each other. I think in the founder world, we all know each other's struggles. We all try to help each other. But you're always going to get people who are like very tight ass, you know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. They're not our
Yeah,
mates.
I don't hang
so,
out with them.
Yeah, they're just not our mates. So it is.
My circle is incredibly generous with their time.
Yeah.
With their,
And your circle gets smaller and smaller, bro. It gets smaller and smaller
Yeah.
over time,
Yeah.
but with higher and higher quality people.
and they're
that's what
always
we want.
growing. They're
Yeah.
always growing. Yeah, the
Correct.
people around us are always pushing and growing and hustling.
We just
Yeah,
want the
love
good
it.
people around us, man. Honestly, for anyone watching, you just want good, fucking, genuine, solid
Yeah.
people that are not afraid to give, and you're also not afraid to give.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important, bro.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, where do people find you? Where do people find your business? Then they want to buy some bin chicken socks,
Yeah,
bro.
go on my
Where do they
business.
find
Don't check out my personal shit. I don't really post much.
it? Yeah, check out his business. Where do you find the business?
Sydney Sock Project.
Okay,
We
at
have-
Sydney Sock
yeah,
Project
at Sydney
on
Sock
all
Project,
platforms.
sydneysockproject.com,
Yeah,
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're on everything.
Yeah.
If you just type in Sydney Socks on Google, we'll be there.
yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Pump
check
in
out the
SEO.
socks.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, nice. What sort of what's your top sellers? What are like the top 3 best sellers from the sock side of things?
Pink boob. So we did a sock.
Okay.
We did a sock that has like just like cartonized boobs on it. Like one
Okay.
of them has like a mastectomy, and it's with we'd fund breast cancer research.
Oh,
from
cool.
it. We've been able to raise like 100K for cancer research because of this sock.
Wow.
He just goes crazy. I wear him. I feel like even like guys put him on.
I think I've seen the pink boob sock somewhere. Yeah.
And off the back of that, we did like penis, testicle, bum, ovary. We've done every body part now, and they're all respectively donating to the
different research.
to the testicular cancer, penile cancer, prostate cancer.
Crazy.
So it's just like a fun way of just talking about a serious cause. It makes content fun because like we can get like
Fun
quirky.
stuff. Yeah.
Some people hate it. Some people love it.
Cock socks.
Yeah, we have a cock sock. Which
Actual cock sock?
Yeah, well, it's called it's a rooster on the sock, but we call it. We call
We
it the
had an
cock
actual
sock.
cock sock. Well, it's winter, so it's cold.
Yeah, and the bin chicken has just been all time. But I think we've sold close to 15,000 pairs of bin chicken socks.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I don't know if I dreamt about it, but I just had the idea of like putting a bin chicken and a red, the classic Sydney red bin.
Yeah.
Just
An
like-
actual red bin.
And like with a white ibis.
no fucking
It's
way.
as simple as
That's
that,
so
dude.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It all just comes down to the marketing. Like that's you
It's all
push it through the ads and the content. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Well, thank you for joining us on this episode. This has been pretty much a chock-a-block episode full of
everywhere.
like, bro, huge value, absolutely huge value in this. A lot of technical stuff. I hope the viewers and audience really get something out of it, and I hope when you share it, like your demographic really gets great viewership out of it and great value. I think you provided a lot today, but it's been fun, bro. Like,
Been epic.
honestly, talking back and forth like about e-commerce stuff, like really getting into nitty gritty technicals and going through both our businesses. I feel like there's a lot more to come, and yeah, hopefully after Black Friday we do a revisit on part 2 of this episode. It'll be hectic.
Bro, I reckon off the back of Black Friday, the strategies that we'll be implementing and testing and guinea
100%.
pigging, we'll be able to report back and be like, this worked, this didn't.
I mean, like last year, like the whole Who is Elijah Black Friday, $1 million day.
Yeah.
You know, that was huge.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Black Friday coming up.
Let's do it.
Shortly. All right, bro. Thank you so much.
Cheers,
Thanks for
bro.
coming on the show. Thank you.
That was fun as.
I hope you have enjoyed that episode of Point 01. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow along on all our socials at Point 01 Podcast to watch all of the shorts again. We release an episode every single week, and we hope you will join us as we continue to explore the minds of those who make up the 0.01%. Until next time, keep hustling. I'm your host, Alan Fu. I'll see you on the next episode.